Your characters will die. The story we're going to tell today is not one of survival, but one of hope and of loss. This is a story about what happens in the dark in the final few hours in the lives of a group of survivors fighting against it, losing themselves within it, and inevitably being consumed by it. Though their endeavor may be doomed to fail, it is our duty to make this story of their struggle as meaningful as possible. Our story tonight takes place on an island far to the north called Tusk Island. A remote, rocky island somewhere in the North Atlantic. On this island stands an aging lighthouse, battered by centuries of storms. It once served as a critical beacon for passing ships, but with the rise of GPS navigation, the lighthouse was decommissioned years ago. Now it's occasionally used as a research outpost or as an emergency shelter. But now the world has gone dark. The stars have vanished. The sun no longer rises. The sea is black and still. Communication with the mainland has ceased. You are alone on the island. Or so you thought. You're part of a small research expedition team trapped on the island. When the world began turning dark, there were unusual spikes in solar radiation recorded in this region just before the major blackout. Since you've been here, you've witnessed the mysterious die-offs of marine life and strange bioluminescent creatures who shine brightly in the dark have been spotted just offshore where a trench shows signs of unexpected geothermal activities. In an attempt to understand what was happening around the world, a renowned climate philanthropist gathered your team for a research expedition here. Then, they came. Creatures in the darkness. The boat that brought you has vanished. Radio contact is dead. The generators are destroyed. The only light you have left comes from candles, flashlights, and strangely, from the sea creatures. The lighthouse itself is long out of commission. Its old Fresnel lens is cracked, the mechanism rusted, and the fuel reserves nearly non-existent. One of the engineers, Thomas Birch, broke into the lighthouse after claiming he heard a woman singing inside. When he re-emerged the next night, naked and covered in bioluminescent goop, he destroyed the generators, plunging the camp into darkness. He was shot and killed by Grace Connor, the team's security officer. Only the tanks of the sea creatures have been providing any meaningful illumination, along with a few pitiful fires and a few flashlights. However, last night, a short, crackling sound came through the otherwise inert radio. Ship last light. Tusk Island research team, come in. This is the ship Last Light. Come in. There's a ship out there. Looking for you. But they will never find you in the dark. Unless you get the lighthouse working again. A team was quickly assembled. The leader of the expedition, the man who funded it, a tech millionaire, a philanthropist named Leland Hartwell, who has candles in his face, has volunteered himself to head up to the lighthouse. Coming along also is Grace Connor Arvaluk, expedition security. Through whatever system you ended up using, either volunteering or drawing short straws, the three of you have also been assigned or have decided to join. Maybe you can tell us in a few moments how you got involved in this particular little run up to the lighthouse. And as you are preparing yourself and amassing what little tools and special items you have, let's go around and meet each of you. Tell us who you are, how you came to be here, what it is you're bringing with you to the lighthouse, what is your item. We'll start with, again, Madamava, as we'll go around in alphabetical order.
Carla Norwood is a black woman around 35, so to speak, give or take a couple years. She has her braided hair in a ponytail, and she is bundled. You can tell she's not used to this type of cold. She did not volunteer because she is one of the weirder people to be on this expedition. She is a writer, and not a science writer, a fiction writer. No one really fully understands why, but she just sighs and gets ready with everyone else.
What about Charlie? Who is Charlie?
Charlie Wells is a young guy. He really needed a job, and probably applied to, I don't know, a couple hundred, maybe 1,000 applications. And this is one that took. And it sounded interesting, sounded reminiscent to one of his favorite fantasy novels. And so he joined on as a research assistant to the wonderful Dr. Jacqueline.
Speaking of the wonderful Dr. Jacqueline.
Dr. Jacqueline Warner is in her early 30s. A white, very pale woman with a sort of long, straight black hair that she usually keeps up in a very neat bun. These days, it's not as neat as she would like, given the circumstances, but that certainly hasn't done much to dissuade her academic curiosity about this place. So she was eager to volunteer to join the little expedition to the lighthouse, see what samples she can collect along the way of this interesting new flora and fauna that have cropped up since the incident.
You are getting ready to head up. You are at the base camp. There used to be a little fishing village here, and the base camp was built amongst the ruins of the houses there. You have tents and things of that nature. You were quite well equipped, as Leland Hardwell was very rich, and, well, what else was he going to do with his money at this point? The trip up to the lighthouse should not normally take very long. There are a few precarious sections. You do have to cross an old rope and wood bridge across a little chasm. And you can still see up on the hill fires burning where Thomas Birch, the engineer who went up a few nights ago, built fires around the lighthouse. They're still going. You have with you, as I said earlier, a few candles, maybe some flashlights. And you also have these strange creatures, these strange bioluminescent creatures that you've been finding in the water all around the island. They look, for all intents and purposes, like pieces of cloth that just float in the water. You can sort of see the outline of little tentacles, little faces, but they really look kind of like plastic or cloth that is just floating through the water, but they shine with this pale blue-white light that you can harvest if you want. You can put a few of them in a bottle or something of that nature if you would like, as long as you put a little bit of the ocean water in it with them. They will last a good hour or so outside of the water before their illumination starts to fade and they die. But you do have a number of them if you want them. So we'll assume you have a couple of those. The man who funded this expedition, Leland Hartwell, does the round, thanks everybody else that has come on this expedition, and promises that the 5 of you will get to the lighthouse, get that light activated, and that soon enough the rescue boat, the last light, will be here to whisk everyone off to whatever safety can be found in this strange world. And he has already tasked you, Doctor, with preparing a number of these creatures for travel so that they can be studied once you get back to your laboratories. He goes around, shakes everyone's hands, thanks everyone, gives final words of encouragement, and is generally fairly upbeat and very confident. And you can tell that it's having an effect, and the people around are kind of feeling a little bit better for it. Most of them will come to you, some of you, and give you little things. They'll give you like the remainder of a chocolate bar that they have, or someone will give you their favorite coin, their lucky coin, or things of that nature. So you end up with a whole bunch of little gimmicky things in your bags. Thank you, Varl. You guys have 2 modes of light, thanks to Varl, that you can add a hope die to any roll you want. You just first one to call it gets it. The other person that's going with you, as I said, is Grace Connor Harvaluk. She has so far been very disciplined, very cold, very well organized. She is the only one who has firearms. This was something that Hartwell insisted on. And she is the one who shot the engineer when he went crazy and started destroying the generators. She comes around to each of you, makes some final adjustments to some of your gear, your clothes, removes some of the trinkets that you have, makes sure that everyone has a little bit of light on them. And when she feels satisfied that you're ready, she gives you a nod and a very, very stinging slap on the shoulder. She then goes on and prepares her own gear and her weapons. And as you are getting ready to leave here, to depart into the night for your little trek up to the lighthouse, is there anything that you do, anything that you want to say, anyone you want to talk to, or what's going through your mind? Tell us a little bit about how you are preparing for this. We will go ahead and start with Todd this time.
I think Dr. Warner, as much as she gets patted down by Grace, makes sure that she is still able to keep her sample kit on her. Yes, it's not a necessity or a survival tool or anything like that, but once we get off this damn island, I am eager to learn more about the things that are here. These little creatures that are able to produce this light, which she has called the Sericum Quaesidors, or the Silk Seekers, based on their beautiful fabric-like appearance, are something that could be of great use in the world. There's just so little known about them because obviously there's no lab here to do any proper studying, but her journal with her notes and this little sample kit will have to do.
I think Grace probably removed the sample kit and you went back and got it after.
Oh, Absolutely. I waited for Grace to be otherwise occupied. Charlie does talk so much, which in this case was very helpful to me.
Speaking of Charlie talking so much, talk to us, Charlie.
Yeah, Charlie is he has a little Zippo lighter that is basically his little fidget that he kind of opens and closes and opens and closes and opens and closes. He doesn't have any cigarettes left, and he is just riddled with anxiety. I don't know why he was picked to go to the lighthouse, because you give me a list of tasks, I'll get that done, but to go to the lighthouse, I don't know how much help I'll be, but I'll do what I'm told, I guess.
And Carla?
I think she's just... I think she's just going over one of her journals that she's packed with her, just filled with notes about the scenery and about the people that she has been interacting with so far. Yes, she sometimes pulls from real life the characters that she makes. Don't all writers at some point do that? But she tucks that away and makes sure to carry the book that kind of brought her here, and this heavy-duty flashlight that was given to her by her mother. And it's something where it's like, it's easy to handle, but it's heavy enough to like beat people with if you need to. It's one of those. It's very expensive, kind of sturdy, good light, but it is a weapon if it needs to be.
Leland looks at all of you. I'm so proud of all of you. You have not only the faith of everyone in this expedition in your hands, but we have the fate of the world in our hands. I'm certain that the answers to our predicament lie in these creatures. They are the last thing to give light naturally in this world. It must mean something. As soon as we get back to the mainland, we will uncover that. We will bring the light back into this world. So proud of you, and I'm so happy that I'm with you to do this. Come on. Let's get up there and let's get her done. Shouldn't be much more than a 15 or 20 minute walk. And with that, the five of you, with everybody else waving goodbye and some crying and wishing you good luck, the five of you set off along the very rocky shore. Not shore, but just the very rocky ground of this place. This place is essentially one big black volcanic rock where this lighthouse has been built. You walk along. As always, there is silence. Normally you would be hearing the surf crashing, the waves, you would hear seagulls, perhaps the wind howling, but everything has stilled. Everything has turned to nothingness. It is incredibly dark. You can barely see anything beyond about 10, 15 feet from your group. The thing that puts you the most on edge is that out of the corner of your eye, you see them. Darker patches of dark night. Some fairly humanoid shape, some not, that move just on the edge of the light. In the few weeks since the darkness came, you've gotten used to having them around. But you clutch your lights tight, you stick close to each other. You're flashing your beams of flashlight in the darkness as soon as you sense something moving. You can tell they're right there. You know that should your light falter at any point in time, they will reach out from the darkness and grab you and pull you in, and you will never be seen or heard of again. And as you set off and start walking up along this path, a strange event occurs. Something that hasn't really happened since you've been here. A light drizzle begins, and it soon turns into a torrential rain. The rain is beating down on you so hard you're drenched from head to toe in mere moments. The ground becomes incredibly slick as you are going up the slight incline that leads up to the bridge. Some of you start slipping, grabbing onto others. Someone drops their light source and it cracks, and you hear that flashlight rolling down the path. Your circle of light is suddenly somewhat smaller. I would like one of you to give me a roll to see how you fare going up this wet, slippery slope going up. I guess we'll start with Ava, and then we will move around like this in order to make roll. You have 10 dice right now. Remember to let me know if you get a 6 and how many ones you have.
Okay. Fucking lights. 2 6s. 1 1.
Remove a dice from the pool. You are at 9 dice currently. With that success, the 5 of you, by holding on to each other and helping each other, manage to move up. And as you crest the hill and see the rope bridge, the chasm dark beneath it, and up on the hill the fires and the lighthouse, these things are true. The world is dark. Leland looks at Grace. I mean, I guess if Birch went up and down this bridge, it's probably pretty safe. Grace says, well, we'll still pay to be careful. It'd be very stupid of us to... for any of us to fall off or for us to break it and not even have access to it, so... I'll go up ahead first. And I'll check it out. And he puts a hand on her shoulder and goes, no, hold on a second. And he turns around and he looks at the group and he's like, Charlie, come here. I have a task for you, buddy. Come up here, buddy.
Yeah, sure.
All right. We have some rope, and he grabs rope from Grace's pack, and he's like, all right, bud, come on, let's get you cinched up here. I'm going to need you to go ahead and cross that bridge and just check to make sure that everything's solid. Now, don't you worry, we got you. We're going to have the rope real solid. If anything happens, we're going to pull you right back up.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, that'd be great. Thanks. You're amazing, man. Absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. I knew I could count on you, buddy. And he's cinching the rope around you, and you can tell that Grace is not super happy with this, but she goes along and she helps him, and they kind of cinch you up pretty well. Like, Grace knows what she's doing. He's kind of trying to just tie it around your waist, but Grace moves the rope around and kind of puts it around you comfortably in a way that's not going to break or rip anything off if you do fall.
I make eye contact with Grace, but you got me?
Yeah, I got you, kid. Just, do we have, anyone have a stick, something?
I think seeing her intern be unceremoniously volunteered or voluntold to do this, Dr. Warner will like shine her flashlight sort of around looking for a stick or something, a suitable replacement for whatever it is that Grace is trying to do here.
Give me a roll to see if you can spot. You have 9 dice.
9 dice. That's so many dice.
It's a very rocky terrain, so I don't know how many trees there would be.
Okay, yeah. So that is 2 6s and 2 1s.
Right, so you lose 2 of your dice, but you do notice maybe about, as you shine the flashlight, maybe about 50, 60 feet away from you, there's a couple of old twisted trees. You could certainly very easily break a branch off one of those and make a suitable poke and stick with it.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that. What do you need the stick for, Grace?
So that he can test the planks before stepping on them.
Oh, that's a great idea. I was going to crawl.
You can do that too. So
Hold on to some of your dignity, Mr. Wells.
you break away from the group and head towards the tree.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
I don't
think-
like that question.
I think
Go with
yes.
her.
I think she starts there's this confidence in her that to anyone seems very unearned, but she's very
wait.
confident.
Nope. I'm coming with you. Buddy system.
So you
for-
have you
for
have
shit.
Carla's
Miss Norwood,
flashlight.
you-
What's your source of light, Dr. Warner?
My source of light is one of my little guys in a jar.
Okay, so you have like a little mason jar that's been sealed, and you have one of the little guys in there.
Yeah, my little silk seeker. Yeah, it's like she's sort of strapped it to her
Okay.
rather than holding it with her hands. She's tied it, like on the top and on the bottom, sort of like a little beacon.
As you start heading off, you hear Grace say, "Doctor."
Yes.
Turn around, and she pulls a hatchet out from her bag. You're probably gonna need this.
Right. Thank you. That is. I reach out and I take the hatchet. That's quite the Mary Poppins backpack you got there.
Be prepared. It's my motto. I was always a Boy Scout.
Well, that certainly tracks. Are you sure you want to accompany me, Miss Norwood?
Buddy system. This place is weird.
Mm.
Plus, a writer
Yes,
needs
that's-
experiences, right, Carla? I have no clue what that sound was, but it was right on point and very creepy.
It scared me. Right, yeah.
Let's go get this stick, shall we? Yeah, let's go get this
You
stick.
separate from the rest of the group this little pocket of light, and it's very strange because when you're with the group, your light seems very adequate. But the second you're about 20, 25 feet from the group, suddenly you feel like your light is very, very small and not super adequate. And Charlie, as you watch them walk, you realize that with the doctor's little jar being attached to the front of her vest, and Carla swinging her flashlight through and through, that there's often darkness behind them in shadows. And as they walk towards the tree, you start seeing this one shadow, Dr. Warner's shadow, that detaches itself from her and starts to move around slowly. And the two of them are approaching the tree, and you can clearly see what looks like a third person standing with them, just sort of tall and gangly and just sort of lurching over them. Do you see or do anything?
I think I'm frozen.
Mm-hmm.
The two of you arrive at the tree. There's a number of
Mhm.
them here. They're old and twisted and leafless and just damaged by weather and just brittle ass old trees. Should be fairly easy enough to break a branch down. You start poking around. You find one that seems to be about the right size and kind of a good heft to it, a good weight to it. And you raise your axe to go and bring it down. Carla, something's weird. You can see Dr. Warner raise the hatchet up to go and crack down, but her light's in front of her. And you can tell that her shadow is basically falling behind her. But on the tree itself, as if the light was coming from behind her, on the tree itself, you see her shadow raising the axe also.
Hmm.
Do you do anything?
Hey. I think maybe not This tree, not this tree, not this tree. No, 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 not this one. It gives bad vibes. Bad vibes.
Bad vibes.
Yes, bad vibes. You know that feeling, Doctor, of just bad vibes?
Usually
This
I wouldn't use that sort of language to describe it, but I take your
I mean, I'm not a
meaning.
scientist. I'm just a regular person. So I don't have the words for that except bad vibes.
Well, I'm sure as a writer you're quite verbose.
Yeah, the words escape me right now.
What do you do,
Pick
Doctor?
a tree. I like slowly bring the hatchet down in not a swinging motion, in just sort of a lowering motion.
Carla, you notice that the shadow of the axe is still up in the air.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna call attention to it. It's like, you see that, right? That points at it. Please move.
I think
You turn to look?
I don't. No. Don't turn to. Hold on. The shadow with the axe is in front of me, on the tree.
It's on the tree, yeah. But you've turned now to look at Carla.
So I'm not looking at the axe tree.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to
You can if you want.
I'm going to use my expertise as a biologist. You never look a predator in the eye. And Dr. Warner is just going to calmly and slowly walk towards you, Carla.
And as you do that, you hear a sharp crack behind you.
Mm-hmm.
Like the tree branch breaking, being struck by an axe. Charlie, you watch as the branch that the doctor was going to hit splinters and falls down to the ground right between Carla and the doctor. Neatly severed right where you were going to hit it. It hits the ground with a dry crack.
Hey, you know what, guys? I think I'm good.
We already have the stick.
That was very convenient. I'll just watch my 6, Ms. Norwood, and I'm gonna pick up the stick.
Yep.
Bend down, you pick up the stick.
I bend down and I pick up the stick. Yeah.
No problem. You pick it up. Seems pretty sturdy.
I poke the ground 1 or 2 times to make sure it's good.
Yeah,
poke and
it's
stick.
good to go. You notice that where it's been cut, instead of the white inside of the tree and the tree rings, it's just black. Almost as if the tree was hollow, but it's not. When you tap it, you can hear that it's not hollow.
Cool. I'm gonna unceremoniously hand off the axe to Carla, and I'm going to one-handedly reach into my pocket, pull out a little Q-tip type thing, do a little swirly swirl in the stick, hold the stick under my arm, put the Q-tip in a little jar, close the jar, put it back in my pocket.
Carla, there's another hand on your hand that's trying to take the axe from you.
No.
I'm focused on my thing.
You pull away, you see shadowy fingers pull back. You notice that the light in the mason jar has started to sort of wane a little bit. It's been almost an hour since it's been in that thing, and the circle of light around you is slowly shrinking.
Let's get back. It looks like your little guys are getting tired.
Yes, I imagine he needs some fresh algae and water, but I'm sure we'll find something at the lighthouse that will be able to sustain it for a while longer. Shall we? Yes, we should definitely get back.
Yep.
You turn around and head towards the group, and as they do, Charlie, when they turn around, then the lights in front of them and cast the shadows behind, You just see the reflection of a little bit of that light on the trees, and it's surely just a trick of the light, but it's as if the trees themselves are kind of bending down and retreating back into darkness behind them.
I really need to get more sleep.
You walk back to the group. Grace is staring off right in the direction where you came from, and as you come back to the group, she says, "Close call."
Yeah.
That's all right. Close calls are where the money's made, right? You gotta be willing to put a little bit of skin in the game. All right, let's go, buddy. And he grabs the stick from you and he hands it to you, Charlie. You got this, bud. We're all counting on you. Don't go falling now, all right?
I'll,
No shortcuts, Charlie.
never.
Go straight ahead.
I'll look over to Carla and just quote a line from her books.
Aw, so sweet.
What a nerd.
I hope he doesn't. And internally, it's like, I hope he doesn't die.
As you
No
remember that
bravery
the character who
here.
says that
No
quote in your book meets a horrible fate just a chapter later.
Whoop.
I'm repeating it like a mantra. It's no bravery without fear, no bravery without fear, no bravery without fear. And I'll make my way to the edge of the bridge.
When you approach the bridge, so it's an old bridge, it's got a rope. It's got like 2 ropes running at to kind of hang on. Then it's got ropes that come down and are attached to pieces of wood. There's a few of them missing. You can see they're old and weathered. There's definitely a couple of gaps, nothing too bad. But the thing sways, and the thing that kind of sets your nerves on edge the most is that below it, you kind of would expect to see the sea, but it's just this pure black void beneath it. And you know that there has to be so many of those things down in there that you might not hit the water. They might get you before if you fall. Grace comes up with you and she wraps your rope once around one of the pillars that's pretty solid to act as a bit of a lock, and she's got an ascender with her, and she uses that to hold on to it. And she's like, "I'm not going to let you move forward unless I hear the tap of the stick, but don't caress it gently. Hit it for real. Better
Yes,
to have to
ma'am.
go get another stick than to have to go get another research assistant."
Okay. Could I look at the ground around me for like a little pebble or rock or anything?
Absolutely.
Do I find one?
Yep.
I'd like to toss it over the bridge and then count how many seconds before I hear a splash or anything. Toss it over the edge, over the bridge. Okay, great. I'm gonna tap the first piece of bridge.
Looks very solid.
Okay, great.
You start making your way across the bridge slowly but surely. Give me a roll. You have 7 dice left. Give me a roll and let's see how it goes. Night, Stacy.
That is 2 1s and a 6.
2 1s. We're down to 5 dice. As you tap your way across, you find a couple that you feel are kind of iffy. Grace gave you some chalk, so you mark them and tap your way across. And next thing you know, you've gone across. Now, what's your source of light? What do you have with you?
I've got one of those like little lanterns that have like a little solar panel at the top, but it's a bit dark and rainy. And it's probably got like some battery in it, but it's just like a little lantern, and he keeps it on his hip.
As you walk forward, you're getting near the end. There's just a couple of those planks left. And as you reach out to tap one of the last ones with it, you see what looks like a 3-fingered hand made of shadow whip around the board, grab the bottom of your stick, and start yanking forward. What do you do?
I let go of the stick.
You let go of the stick. The rest of you hear the stick go rattle against the boards as it gets pulled through. And then you hear nothing. The bridge is just swaying gently in front. There's about 3 more steps before you get to the other end.
Charlie?
I dropped the stick. I'm sorry.
Better the stick than you.
I can tap it with my hands, maybe?
You're almost there, buddy. Can you jump?
Did this rich man just say, can he jump?
I can try my best.
You got
Crawl
this, buddy.
if you need to.
Crawl and just reach forward with light taps.
So how are you going to do this, Charlie?
No bravery without fear. He's gonna jump.
Oh, Lord.
Give me a roll.
Just the one. No successes.
You jump forward. The rest of you hear a loud crack of boards splintering. And you see Charlie's light disappear as it drops below the bridge.
There's like a pause, I think, for several seconds.
The scene ends. And as we do in 10 Candles when a scene ends and we extinguish a light, you get to tell us what the truths are. Charlie, who knows what just happened to you, but you have an opportunity here. Tell us one of the truths of what lies ahead.
The air smells like burnt plastic.
Tot?
There are tunnels.
And Ava?
The fire that's been lit on the other side can be harnessed in the lanterns.
As Charlie fell, he didn't fall very far. Grace was on the job and right away with her ascender locked him in place. His light went careening off, falling into the darkness below. Immediately, Charlie, you felt hands reach out and grab you from the shadows and the darkness within. You felt yourself being pulled down beneath the boards, the ones that had cracked. You were trying, screaming, trying to hold back, trying to hold yourself up. They were dragging you down. The bridge was moving left, right, center, left, right, center. And just as your fingers were about to let go, you realized there was light around you. Grace was right there. She has a few pieces of light. She had 2 glow sticks that she broke on the way in, and she drops them right where you are in the hole. And as the glow sticks drop, you can see the hands start to release you. She hauls you up with one hand on the other side and finishes crossing over. Both of you are on the ground. She's holding you. Are you okay?
Yeah, thank you. Oh,
Close call.
you ever felt those before?
Yeah. You're all right. Did good. Here, and she hands you another light.
Take it.
Attach it better.
Yeah.
The rest of you cross behind, following, jumping or stepping over the ones marked with chalk that Charlie has so bravely denotated for you. You find yourself on the other side of the bridge. The air smells oddly of burnt plastic. You can see the fires burning up near the lighthouse. As you scan the area, Dr. Warner, could be a trick of the light, but you think you see maybe what looks like the entrance of a cave beneath the lighthouse. What do you all do?
Interesting.
What is?
Oh, nothing. It's just there's still so much about this island that we don't know yet. It's a shame that the light went out before we had a proper chance to explore it.
Right. Right. Ugh, this smell.
Yeah. In truth, thinking of anything is a better distraction than lingering on the stench. I suppose we don't know exactly what the unfortunate Mr. Birch set those fires with.
But it's lasted this long?
Very impressive. They lasted 24 hours almost.
Yeah, well, it must have been quite a bit of plastic.
If you have any more of those jars, you can probably stuff some of that fire in there. I don't really know the mechanics of that, if it will even light still, if it's covered.
Oh, anything would be better than nothing, at the very least. If there are any more convenient branches around, we might be able to make our own torches.
Grace says, I don't know if there's really a cave there, but it might be a storage area. We're hoping to find kerosene or something for the lighthouse lamp. They may be stored there, then again, it may just be a dark hole.
Could we just get out of the rain, maybe?
Lane says, yeah, let's take a vote on it, maybe. Who says that we go and check out that cave, and who would rather we keep going up to the fires? I myself am all for going up to the fires, but you know, this has been a democratic process since the beginning, so I'm very happy to let everyone have their say. What do you think, Doctor?
I think at like the phrasing of this has all been a very democratic process, Dr. Warner like glanced over at Charlie, glanced back at this guy. I think if there is any equipment or kerosene in the cave, there's likely going to be an entrance inside the lighthouse itself. Likely a ladder or something similar. So I vote that we continue on towards the fires and get up to the lighthouse as quickly as possible.
Miss Norwood?
I think I'm inclined to get the light fixed as soon as possible. You can explore caves later.
Grace, you want to weigh in? No. Okay then. Lighthouse it is. We're almost there.
You didn't ask Charlie. He's a person here too who just sacrificed himself.
Oh yeah, but it's not gonna matter. I mean, it's already 3 votes, so we're all good. You good, Charlie? All right, buddy. I knew I could count on you. All right, let's get up there.
Rich people.
You start climbing back up towards the fire. As you approach the fires, that smell of burned plastic gets worse and worse and worse. As you approach the first of the bonfires that have been set, you do notice that there are a number of things that are burning in there. It looks like maybe the remnants of an emergency boat or something that is made out of plastic and rubber, and that's what's been burning. And you can clearly see that in the other fires, there are things that were taken from the lighthouse and around that have been broken up and just used as kindling. The fires are lower than they used to be. They're certainly kind of on their way down, but for now they're still burning. But the stench and the smoke is atrocious, and as soon as you climb up towards that hill, it hits you full in the face. Go ahead and make me a roll, please, someone, so that we see how you're handling the smoke. You have 9 dice.
I can do it, I guess.
Remember that you can use your virtues and vice and whatnot to reroll if you...
You said we can re-roll?
Yeah, you can send your virtue or your vice if it is fitting to the roll, and you can reroll.
You can re-roll your ones.
Yeah.
But you have to explain how you use your virtue or your vice to do.
None of them really apply. It's fine. 1, 1, and 1, 6.
Excellent. You manage to avoid the worst of the flames. You wrap handkerchiefs around your nose, of the smoke rather. You wrap handkerchiefs around your nose. What do you do from there?
I'd like to just take a minute and warm up near the fire 'cause it's been raining.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I think I'm also like looking around for any way to bring the fire with us, as it were. Anything that I can make shift into a torch, or see if any of my jars will be able to sustain like a little makeshift lantern situation.
Give me a roll.
Yeah, I'll give you a roll.
You're at
So
8
good
dice.
roll.
Yes, yeah, you're at 8 dice.
How many dice? That's so many dice. Oh. I rolled no 6s and 2 1s. So
Is there a way to reroll?
yeah, there is. I'm going to burn my virtue flexible to see if I can ascertain a unconventional solution to the situation.
All right, go ahead and reroll your failures.
Yeah, let me do that. That's 2 6s.
Excellent. What happens?
I think you guys see Dr. Warner reach into the fire and just sort of start messing with things, and for a moment you think that she might burn herself, but she like pulls back her hand in time to avoid any lasting damage, but clearly was a bit warm, so she like shakes her hand out, but continues on her quest and manages to separate some of this plastic from the main body and put it in one of her jars as a like little lantern, and she wraps like either like rubber or leather around it so that it's safe to carry, sort of like a old-fashioned lantern, but she carries by the strap.
Excellent. You all warm yourself by the fire. It's still drizzling, so you're gonna have to go somewhere. Grace is up there checking the door to the lighthouse, you can also see that there appears to be another low building that's built out behind the lighthouse itself. What would you like to do?
You think we should get out of the rain for a little bit?
Yes, hypothermia will serve no one. And Grace, are you having any luck with the door?
The engineer, being an engineer, did a pretty good number on it.
It's a small
Can we
building
not
over
get
there.
in?
We'd need a pry bar or something, or a sledge maybe, to be able to break through this. And no, I don't have one of those in my pack.
That was worth checking. Mr. Wells is right. There is another building over there. Perhaps we can find something that you can use over yonder.
She looks at Hartweller and was like, yeah, sounds like a great plan. All right, let's do that. Let's stick close to each other, all right?
Yes. Everyone together.
And a lot of you start to move towards the building in the back. You can see as you approach cables that run from the building towards the lighthouse. Hardwell says, that's probably like the generator bunker or something, the generator room. I'm gonna be able to see if, hopefully, Birch hasn't fucking taken a hammer to that too. When you approach the building, you see it's just a small, kind of a small shed. It's made of cinder blocks with a tin roof, and it's got a metal door, and there's like a padlock on it. Doesn't look like it's been touched or interfered with, but the padlock is there, and it's kind of rusted in. Hardwell goes up and kind of pulls on it. He's like, this thing's jammed. Doctor, any way you can science this?
Dr. Wells looks bordered offended, but she does approach the door.
There does seem to be a trap on the roof too. Maybe we could send Charlie up there. I don't know, whatever. What do you think?
A trap?
Yeah, like a trap on the roof. A trap door on the roof. We could probably just send Charlie up there too if you can't open it.
Right, let me try the door first. Did he try pushing and pulling?
Yeah, the problem is that there's a padlock. There's like a big kind of thing that you would pull open, but there's a padlock holding it.
There's a padlock. Okay, cool.
It's kind of old and rusted.
What's the condition of it?
It's pretty banged up and rusted, yeah.
Looks pretty banged up and rusted. Grace, would you mind handing me your hatchet again?
She gives you a bit of a don't mess up my hatchet look and then hands you the hatchet.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try to brute force it with the blunt side of the hatchet, right? Because it's the blade on one side and then just the blunt side. So yeah, I'm just gonna take a well-aimed swing at the.
Roll me some dice.
Sure, it's still 8 dice, so. Okay, that is 3 6s and 1.
1-1. All right, you lose a die.
1-1.
You, after a couple of strikes, tell us what happens.
Yeah, so there's a few well-aimed strikes to what Dr. Warner thinks is the most rusted or compromised part of the padlock. And with a sort of final big swing, the padlock breaks and falls to the ground with a bit of a dull, wet thud onto the grass. And Dr. Warner is gonna turn, look at Leland and be like, "Science-y enough for you?"
Regular MacGyver.
Here's your hatchet.
She takes it, inspects it for damage, wipes it on her pants and back in her bag. Good job.
Thank you. After you, Mr. Hartwell.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure. And he goes over and he grabs it and he's like, it's still jammed. I can't, and he puts his shoulder in it. I can't budge it. The lock's open, but I can't move it.
Maybe a good kick from Grace will open the door.
Grace looks at you. That's how you break an ankle. Move.
We'd rather avoid that.
And she goes up and
Right in her
she
notebook.
gives the door a try. It's like it's barricaded from the inside.
All right, Charlie, I really, really tried.
Hey, no, that's fine. It's great. It's good. I appreciate Mr. Hartwell. I appreciate how much you believe in me. It's great. Thank you.
Yeah,
for
but
the
you're the heart and
opportunity.
soul of this entire operation. Grace is busy. She throws the rope up over around the kind of little chimney thing that's there, or whatever, the exhaust that's there, and she pulls it down, and she comes back. She's like, sorry, kid, and she ties it up to you again. I got you again. Don't worry.
Okay. You know, I wasn't really great at phys ed, but I'm gonna try my best.
Hartwell's like, hey, Carla, can you borrow your flashlight? You might need it up there.
No, I'm good. I have this one, the one that.
Don't be silly. You might need to smash one of those locks again, and that's not going to do it. But
Just give me the
How
hatchet
about-
then.
Carla's got
How
like a
about-
hog leg there, man.
How about I go? I can go. That's fine.
You want
Charlie,
to climb
please
up
take a
there?
break.
I'm already tied up. I'm good. Just give me the hatchet. I'll climb with the hatchet. What can go wrong?
Please don't say that. What is wrong with you?
Grace sighs and hands you the hatchet again.
I will try to climb.
Give me a roll.
I'm at 8 die.
You're at 7.
7.
Getting a weird sense of deja vu with this.
While he's climbing up, Hartwell looks at you, Ava, and says, so, if this was one of your novels, how would it end?
That'd be
3 sixes.
spoilers.
3 6s. You manage to get yourself up on top with Grace helping you by pulling the rope, and you climb up. What do you find there?
I find like a trap door, like we had noticed before, but a window that I could kind of peek in and see.
You look in through the window. It's really dark inside. You can see that the door's definitely been barricaded from the inside. You can see the generator. It doesn't look to be damaged. And there's other tools and things like that around in here. More importantly, as you kind of bend down to look, your light spills through the light a little bit and you're shining it down to kind of see. You can see as your little narrow beam of light is moving around, just on the edges of it, you can see things, dark things scurrying out of its path as it's moving about.
Yeah, guys, it's barricaded for sure. The generator looks fine, and there are tools in there.
Oh, excellent. Finally some good news. Get in there, Charlie, and open that door up.
Yeah, I just don't know if I'm strong enough to unbarricade it. I might need someone else to go in with me, at least.
Grace says, I'll come, and she takes off her pack and puts it on the ground, and she takes her rifle and she puts the safety on and she puts it there, and then she checks her pistol is loaded and she puts it safely away, and she grabs a couple of lights and starts climbing up. Very easily. Climbs over the top. Comes over.
Very easily.
As
Rude.
she moves with you now on top, the tin of the roof starts to kind of bow in a little bit as the two of you goes there, and she kind of stops and she goes, oh, I sure as shit didn't know how to build these things back then, did they?
Yeah. There's shadows in there, so
Wow.
do you have any more glow sticks or anything?
Yeah,
We can
first
throw
thing
in
we're
the-
going to do is we're going to get you to get off this roof before this thing collapses. And then and as she says that, the roof folds in and collapses. And the two of you start sliding and going down into the hole. What do you do?
I scream.
You scream as you slide down this thing and are headed inside the thing. Are you going to try to grab onto something, or are you just going to try to not break your neck as you fall, or are you just going to ragdoll down?
I guess try not to die, yeah.
Okay, give me a roll.
That is 1-1 and no 6s. I am going to burn my vice, which is sleep deprived.
How's that going to help you?
I think I'm going to pass out as I'm falling. Just from the pure adrenaline from falling off a bridge, now falling through a roof, I think the stress has finally got to me, and I'm just gonna straight up pass out and ragdoll down.
Go for it. You can re-roll that one.
It's another one.
The roof collapses. You pass out and fall down into the building. And with that, we darken another candle. And as we do this, tell us the truth, Andrew.
The ground starts humming.
Excellent. Tot?
There is a ladder that goes underground inside the lighthouse, but it doesn't go to the cave.
And Ava.
The generator is not broken, but it's just turned off, and the only way to turn it back on is in the lighthouse itself.
And say it with me now. The world is dark, and we are still alive.
Yippee.
The roof has caved in. You ragdoll down. The two of you outside hear the sound of the roof tin rending. You hear Charlie's scream. You hear Gray's curse. You see the rope that Charlie was attached to that's still going around the chimney go taut. The chimney bends over like this. You hear the screeching of metal as it starts to pull out, as his weight drags it down. What do you do?
I'm gonna grab Grace's rifle.
Give me a test, because somebody else is also moving for the rifle. Give me a roll. So you are
roll.
Yeah, you are at 8 dice.
Somebody else is moving for the rifle, eh? Damn, but that's so many 4s and no 6s and only 1-1, and I don't. Do I let the scene end, or do I use my 5s? What are the chances that I roll a 6 on that one?
If
Oh,
you
but
do
I still have my. I could use a hope die, yeah?
You could use a hope die. You could spend
Do
one of
it.
the lights of motes of light that Varl, I think, so very kindly bought. You're somebody else.
Yeah.
Someone was
Let
giving out
me-
hails earlier also.
Let me try. Let me
You
see
get
what
to
happens
reroll.
on my
Okay,
hope.
you get the hope die.
What do I get to reroll?
Just start by rolling the hope die, because if you reroll, then you can reroll the hope die also.
Please. Please. That's a 2. That's not helpful.
All right, so now you can burn something if you can to reroll if you want.
The problem is I just don't think my vice applies here, so I whiff it.
Or it
You-
could.
You reach for the gun and realize it's not there.
Fuck.
And the scene ends. And as the scene ends, Todd, tell us
Uh-huh.
the truth.
Yeah. I should help out my boy. The roof caved in on top of whatever was in there.
Excellent. Ava?
The rifle will return back to us, but it will be very different from what it was.
And Andrew? Another more life. Thank you, Migo.
Charlie is injured.
The door unlocks. You hear someone moving heavy things behind it. You hear a scrape of metal on metal. The door opens slowly. You see Grace with some bruises and some cuts. She opens the door. You can see that on top of the generator, Charlie is lying down and she has put lights around him. He opens the door. Close one. And she moves back inside and goes back outside and goes for her pack. What did the two of you do? I'm sorry, I'm just going to ask something. Varl, can you, instead of listing the advantages separately, can you just list them as one because it's a pool thing? And I don't want to kind of lose count of how many adventures there are. So even if someone gives a hail to someone, then we'll just add a die into the pool. So just keep it as the pool, if you would, please. Thanks. What do you do, Tot and Ava?
I guess go in to check on the boy.
Yeah, the boy. I think I hang back for a second to like, yeah, so your gun, gone.
What do you mean?
I mean, roof caved in. I went to grab it because I was worried and it was just gone.
Who has it?
I don't think it's a matter of who anymore.
I have a first aid kit in my pack. She moves over to her pack and grabs her pack and looks around a little bit, then looks off into the darkness. Ava, you walk in, you find Charlie knocked out on top of the generator. He looks like he's got a broken leg, perhaps his ankle is at a really completely wrong angle. He's surrounded by lights, he's got cuts and bruises, and as you approach him, you hear snoring.
She leans in to check for breathing.
He's breathing and snoring.
Okay, it is him. Oh. How the fuck do you sleep from this? Charlie just like lightly pats his cheek, like, hey, you good?
Charlie, you're sitting on a beach somewhere. The sun is shining. You have one of those drinks, like a pina colada, served in a coconut husk with some straws and some little paper umbrellas, parasols hanging out of it. You have your toes in the sand. Things are going really good. Things are going great. You were trying to apply for jobs. Lord knows you're totally not qualified for most of the jobs you're applying at. You'd applied to all the ones that you were qualified for and didn't get any of those, and then just started randomly applying. When you won the lottery, all of a sudden, all your worries gone away. You don't even remember playing. But there you were, a Powerball millionaire. The waiter looks down as he brings you another drink, and you feel that warmth of the sun and that beautiful light playing on the ocean in front of you, and says, "How can you sleep through something like this?"
You know, you spend so long working so hard. You kind of just have to let things go, you know? The pain, suffering. It doesn't do any good to be worried all the time, to be anxious all the time. It's just, you just gotta let life happen, you know?
That's not how it works. You gotta plot a novel. You gotta know where it's headed. You gotta know what the ending is. And then you see Carla sitting next to you on another sun chaise, holding a bunch of books in her hands. She's like, "I have no clue how any of these end, but how can I tell that story if I don't know how it ends? You gotta help me, Charlie. I don't know how this book ends."
I think that's where the magic is, though. You just kind of write the next line.
Carla, in his sleep, Charlie is giving you advice.
I'm getting really weird deja vu from this right now, and I don't know why. It's on like the tip of my quill. Charlie starts patting him more aggressively.
The waiter is trying to throttle you, Charlie, and Carla is like just flipping books at you, and the sun has disappeared. There's this huge flock of black birds that flew in front of it, and all of a sudden everything's dark. And you open your eyes and you're staring up at Carla, and your leg hurts like a son of a bitch.
Fuck!
Maybe I shouldn't have woken you up. Shit, I'm so sorry.
What happened? Fuck, my leg! Ow!
The roof caved in. You're alive, but you've passed the fuck out, I guess, from the fall. And you were snoring.
Okay. Awesome. Great. This is great.
I think there's a first aid kit. They'll be in here soon. I'm sorry to wake you up, but I think I read somewhere it's usually good to like be conscious and not like passed out when this is happening. So sorry.
Okay. Thanks.
Doctor, you walk in, and behind you, Grace comes in, and she starts splintering your leg, and it hurts like a motherfucker.
Mm-hmm. Are you alright, Mr. Wells?
No.
Oh, honesty is good. You're very brave. We'll
I'm
try not to send you up any more roofs anytime soon.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is fucked. I'm fucked. This is so fucked. How does this end? You guys have to keep going, and you have to leave me here. I can't walk.
We're not going to leave you alone here. We at the very least can help you get to the lighthouse, and once we're inside the lighthouse, it'll be fine.
Doc,
right?
my leg is fucking broken.
It's not broken, it's just a really bad sprain. It's just gonna hurt, but you can walk on it. I have some aspirin.
We'll take it slow.
take it slow. I'm sure any one of us will be willing to support you as you walk. We're not leaving anyone behind. That's not how this works.
Yeah.
Anyone have anything elastic, sports bra, or some nylons or something?
Hold on. She's gonna remove her pants and then remove like the stockings underneath it and then put the pants back on and hand you the stockings.
She'll grab your sock and she'll use that to bind your ankle like super hard. And she puts like a little tourniquet and she's like, this is so that you can walk on it, but you got to release it every like 10 minutes or so. You got to give it a minute or two of breather, otherwise your foot's going to fall off.
Yeah, okay.
As you're pulling your pants back up, Ava, you notice something on the wall across from you, done in chalk on this black cinder block wall, is this very strange image. It looks like some kind of marine symbol, like some kind of a hook or something like that, and the words "the devouring deep" and "we return to the dark" are scrawled next to it or on top of it.
The fuck is that?
What's what?
This symbol here looks like a upside down hook.
I don't know if I've ever seen anything like that before. Return to the deep?
The devouring deep, we return to the dark, it says.
The devouring deep. That doesn't sound ideal.
Where the fuck is Hartwell?
We left him outside.
Oh no.
Hartwell, she finishes tying up your leg, and you can kind of walk on it, but it's difficult. She goes back outside. Hartwell! No one saw where he went.
Maybe he's the one who took your gun.
Damn, this is getting fucked.
I think Dr. Warner is gonna like help Charlie get off the generator, and like one hand, like arm kind of under your arm so that yours is over her shoulder.
We need to check this generator. Anyone know how these things work? Give me a hand.
Listen,
yeah.
I'm a biologist.
Like,
That did include science classes?
I live in old houses. They have generators. Sure, maybe I can see something.
All right, give me a roll.
Yeah, Ava's got it.
Give me a roll. You have 7 dice left.
Yep, 7 days. Okay. Okay. Ooh, okay, cool. 2 6s.
No ones?
No ones.
Excellent. You go for it, and with Grace's help, both of you come to realize that, in fact, yes, the generator looks to be in working condition. It just doesn't have any kerosene, and when you look around, you realize there's none in here either.
I mean, it looks... I mean, it's not like damage, but there's like no output or anything. I think it's coming from...
Now we need to find the kerosene. I don't know if you would keep it in the lighthouse or if there's a fireproof bunker somewhere. It would be underground. We'd have to search for it.
What are the chances that he used them to light these fires?
Didn't smell like it. Kerosene's got a pretty distinctive smell.
We can always check inside the lighthouse if we can get the blasted door open.
What about this trap here that you found, Doctor?
She's gonna like blink a few times and then like look down at her feet.
I'm standing on the trap door.
Yes. That I found. Right. Yeah, no, we should definitely check in here first. Charlie, why don't you support yourself on this wall here? You don't need to climb down. That would probably be bad. Let's see if this thing is even unlocked. And I'm going to crouch down and I'm going to try to open the trapdoor.
You pull it open without too much effort. It is not locked. You grab the ring in the middle of it and you pull up, and with a minimum of effort, it cracks open. You can see that it's kind of a chimney of cinder blocks, about 3 feet by 3 feet, and there's a metal ladder that goes down about maybe 10 feet. It's dark as fuck in there, and as soon as you open it, she throws a couple of glow sticks down in there. All right, Charlie, you want to get down there? I'm kidding.
Oh, thank God. I thought you were just like that weird rich man.
Do you want to give me a piggyback?
No, please stay. Please.
Two of us at least should stay up here and 2 of us should go down. Buddy system, right?
Buddy system.
Miss Norwood?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess I'll go.
She says, all right, I'll go first. And she takes her gun out, puts it easier to hand, and she takes another glow stick, cracks it, puts it in her teeth, and goes down. She disappears down into the thing, and she's like, place is pretty big. You can come down, it's safe. Well, relatively.
All right. See you guys in a couple minutes, maybe. We'll see. Coming.
As you start going down the stairs, you realize that there's kind of a residue. The oil from the generator has been leaking over the years and has made some of these metal rungs slick. I would like you to make me a roll on your way down.
Three sixes and again, no ones.
While it is very slippery and you almost end up slipping once or twice, you manage to make it down. You are looking at something that appears to have been built after the fact of this thing. It smells old and musty, and as you flash your flashlight around, you can see in the corner an old bedroll. There are bits and pieces. There's like a table, a couple of chairs. You can see remnants of clothing, books, candle nubs, things of that nature spread out throughout this area.
Is this a bunker?
Looks like. Smells like ass.
Yeah, ugh. Hate this. Is what we're looking for in here?
No. I wonder who was in here. The last person to be up here was that crazy lighthouse keeper. And that was like 30 years ago. Did Hartwell tell you the story of this place?
He probably did, and I blacked it out. Because he's a horrible storyteller, but feel free to indulge me again.
The last lighthouse keeper went crazy. When his relief came, the man that was supposed to replace him, he killed him. And then, when he didn't report back, 2 RCMP officers came up. He killed them. In the end, it took almost a dozen RCMP officers and a standoff here. A couple more of them got shot before they were able to get him.
Never date a lighthouse keeper. Got it. Okay.
She bends down and she starts going through the remains. I'm not saying this was his, but what is this? What do you think this is? As she's run her hand in the around the area of the bedroll, she lifts up her hand to you. What does that look like to you? As you look at her fingers, it looks like fish scales.
Looks like scales? Fish scales? Doesn't have like that sheen that lizard and snake scales have.
It doesn't smell like fish, and there's no remains of fish. We'll ask the doctor, and she takes a few of them and puts them in her pocket.
Okay, well, this was a wash. Is there anything else in here before we go back up that catches Carla's eye?
You look around. You see that there is a pile of old sheet music stacked up in one corner. There's like booklets of various well-known classical pieces, things like that. And then there's other sheet music that look like whoever was here had written some music while they were down here. But on one of them, you find some words scrawled. On one of the faded piece of sheet music, you see what appears to be a kind of poem. It reads, "From the deep she rose, Scylla shadowed grace, salt and sorrow shimmered on her face. Eyes like storms where moonlit wrecks still gleam, beauty born of nightmare and of dream. Dark tides whisper prayers her name adorn, the sea's fairest gift to a one forlorn." And it is signed LH.
Huh. What was the name of the lighthouse keeper from back then, Grace?
I don't know.
There's a poem here that has the initials LH, and it looks old, so it can't possibly be our LH. Even though, I guess it's decently written.
This place is giving me the creeps. Let's get out of
It
here.
is. Yeah. She's gonna tuck the poem into her pocket.
Meanwhile, upstairs, what are the good doctor and Charlie doing?
I think Dr. Warner watched Grace and Carla go down into the trap door, and she's like leaning against this wall next to Charlie, arms kind of crossed over her chest as she waits patiently. She seems to be deep in thought, sort of about what's happened so far and about the door to the lighthouse being stuck.
Charlie, as she's sitting there with her arms crossed, you see that the creature inside her little jar lantern dies and the light fades out.
Hey Doc, your light's fading. And Charlie's just kind of flicking and opening his little lighter. It's drenched, so it probably doesn't work anymore, but he's just looking at his hands.
Oh, I guess it was good thinking to get the jar of fire while we were over there. The thing about these creatures is that they don't seem to last very long when they're taken out of their environment. Not unlike us.
Yeah. How?
I know this isn't what you signed up for.
Yeah. How do you do it, Doc? How do you navigate the unknown so well? I know it's your job. I know it's what you do. You research. It freaks me the fuck out.
It is freaky, but I think that's part of the appeal for me. Everything was unknown at one point or another. It's us that have progressed in our knowledge, and the people who have made great discoveries, they are notorious. They have legacies that last ages, hundreds, thousands of years, because they dared to seek out the unknown and name it. Maybe it's arrogant of me, but I would like to secure something similar for myself. The human life is very short.
You can't be serious. It's ego. It's ego for you.
I am a scientist.
Holy fuck.
Don't tell me you're so naive to think that most of us aren't like this.
I just want to live a normal life, make enough money to live. I don't know if you know this, Doc, but I'm not very good at my job.
Yeah, I did notice. Truth be told, if the sun hadn't gone out, I probably would have fired you by now. But what you lack in skill, you make up for in heart. Leland wasn't completely wrong when he called you the heart and soul of this operation. You do make things easier in some ways, and certainly more difficult in others, but now that a normal life isn't an option, what will you do?
I don't know. That's the unknown.
What choice do you have but to seek that out?
I really fucking hate this.
I don't think anyone can blame you for that. I hate this too. I just hope that wherever Leland is now, he's not going to cause more trouble.
As you say that, you hear from somewhere outside a prolonged burst of fire from the rifle. A long, long burst, most of the bullets, and then a pause, and then another burst that ends on a very ominous click.
I think when the first bang happened, Dr. Warner, grabbed Charlie and, shoved his head down. Pure instinct there. And then she does not move. Her grip on the back of your neck is hard as she waits for the silence to happen again. And, the brain catches up with the body, and realizes they're not actually being shot at. And she slowly relaxes and looks around.
You're coming up the ladder, Carla, as you hear this sound of gunfire erupt outside.
Holy tits, what the fuck is happening?
Quick,
Cooks her
move,
head
move.
up.
Go up.
Yes, yeah. What the fuck, guys? We left for like 5 minutes.
It wasn't us.
I know, but do you know what it was?
As soon
Like
as you
who?
climb up, Grace climbs up behind you and she moves to the door and she closes the door, and then she's kneeling there with her gun in her hand, kind of peering around the side of the door. Did you see anything?
No, we just heard it.
You weren't able to count how many shots were fired, were you?
Enough to get to that final click.
Something. Didn't find anything downstairs. We're gonna have to move. There might still be a bunker somewhere, a fireproof bunker somewhere, or the lighthouse, but I don't think that walking around willy-nilly in the dark right now is the best way to go about this, so. Can you move, Charlie?
Yeah, I think so. Is there anything around that I could use for like a crutch or something to lean on so I don't have to rely on someone else
Give me
or
a
slow
roll.
anyone else down?
Give me a roll. Hey, thanks for that. Appreciate it.
2 6s.
Excellent. Yeah, you find a bunch of tools and a number of tools that you can sort of fix around for sure, no problem. So you managed to do that. Grace says one of you is going to have to help him, and I'm going to run out first. I'm going to try to get close to the lighthouse, and I'm going to scope out that area, and then I'll signal you. When I signal you, you come one at a time, bent as low as you can, and moving as fast as you can. Whoever's helping Charlie, you come next, and then last person. She grabs her bag, her gun, and she leans back and looks outside. Make sure you keep some lights on you. And then she ditches out, and as she goes, you can see the darkness kind of following her as she runs over and cuts around one of the fires, and then gets to the side of the stairs, the steps that go up towards the lighthouse. She looks around, then turns.
She's so fucking cool.
I know, right? Need to have her in the next book. She'll help Andrew. I mean, Charlie.
Go ahead and give me a roll as the two of you start stumbling forward, half bent, moving as fast as you can. Go ahead and give me a roll.
Three 6s and 2 1s.
Oof. 2 1s, but the 3 6s make it alright. You stumble a bit, but you manage to get up to the point where Grace is eyeing beside the side of the stairs. You can smell cordite in the air, so the gun was fired not too far from here, but you can't see or hear anything else. The steps that lead up to the lighthouse appear to be slick with some luminescent gel of some sort. And you remember that Birch, when he came out of here, was covered in some sort of bioluminescent goo, and you figure it's probably like what dripped off of him or his footsteps or what have you. But Grace turns back to you, Doctor, and
yeah, I with my little lantern, I'm gonna duck down and scurry on over.
go ahead and make me a roll. You have 4 dice left.
4 or 5?
I counted 4 here, but it's possible it's 5.
I'll go with 4.
Because you were at 7 and then you just lost 2 more. And someone else rolled 1 earlier, so you're at 4.
Okay. It's fine.
Sorry,
It's fine.
Eggman This is a spooky game.
Hey gang, so that's not that didn't happen. I did not scurry on over.
Is there anything you can reroll with?
I technically can re-roll a 1, or I can use my little hope die and see if I roll a.
You don't have it anymore. It's gone. You could use a new one, like the hope die.
I can use a new one. Yeah,
the hope die
I could
you
use a- I
get
could use a
from
new
the motes
one.
of light that they're 1 use only.
Yes, I could use another mote of light to see if I succeed, and if I don't succeed, then we'll see what happens. Okay, that's a 3. Okay, I'm gonna try. My vice is liar. I have a feeling something's gonna try to get me. So my lie is going to be another kind of deception, a redirect. I'm going to try to trick whatever's trying to grab me, to grab something else instead of me first.
I'll allow it, as long as you know that if it succeeds, somebody else is going to have to make a roll because something's going to come for them.
Yep.
All right, go ahead and roll.
All right, gang. And I get to re-roll my hope die as well,
Yeah.
yes?
Yeah.
That is a 6. Not on my hope die, but it was a 6.
Excellent. So this is what happens. As the doctor is running, you see her trip and fall, and as she does, she covers her light for a second, and you see shadows moving around, and all of you kind of go, "Oh, no!" scream as you see the shadows, and she flips herself over her back right away, and the light shines up, and you see a shadow sort of scurrying away from her, and I'm going to put Grace into this. So 1, 2 will be Grace, 3, 4 will be Charlie, and 5, 6 will be Carla. Carla, as you look up and watch her and you go, whew, you immediately notice that as all 3 of you turn towards her, all your light is shining in her direction now, which protected her. But from behind you now, there are shadows on the side of this stair, and you feel these cold, shadowy hands start to wrap around you. Go ahead and make me a roll.
How many dice do we have now? 4?
Still 4.
Okay.
No, because you rolled a 1, right? Oh, you re-rolled it, that's right.
But I re-rolled it, yeah. And that one became my 6, so yes.
Okay. 1, 6.
No ones?
No ones.
What do you do? What happens as you feel these cold, shadowy hands try to grab at you from behind and start trying to pull you under the stairs?
I think just her instinct is just... Because right now she's wearing, like, pretty solid boots that has, like, a nice, chunky, like, low heel. So I think just by instinct, if she feels someone, like, tugging at her, she's just gonna stamp her, like, the heel of her boot down and just, like, twist to crush it. Like, she doesn't know if these things are, like, solid, but maybe they are.
As you turn around quickly and start crushing and sort of, jerk yourself around to try and resist this, suddenly, Andrew, you were leaning on her, and as she moves, suddenly you're off balance, and what you were using to hold yourself up snaps in two, and you're pitching forward. Go ahead and make me a roll.
Oh, God.
Two ones.
Is there anything you can reroll with?
I am going to burn my virtue, which is earnest. And as I fall, I'm just going to be, what the fuck, Carla? Are you serious? Like,
It was grabbing me. I'm sorry.
I was leaning on you. I was relying on you.
Go ahead and roll.
Just the ones?
Just the ones, yeah, 2 days.
Oh, fuck, 2 5s.
As you say, what the fuck, Carla? The thing snaps and you pitch forward. We put out another candle. And you lose one more die. And we'll start with you, Andrew. Tell us the truth about what happens next.
We see our shadows moving differently than before.
Hot.
Charlie falls in such a way that opens the door of the lighthouse.
Eva?
There are at least 2 torches that are lit on the ground floor of the lighthouse.
Charlie, as you pitched forward, you reach out with your hand to try and steady yourself, and you grab onto one of the stones on the side of the lighthouse stairs, and it's loose, and you fall down, pulling the stone with you, and it almost hits your head, and you manage to just kind of bat it away, and you roll around a little bit, and then you realize underneath is an old rusted key attached with a rope.
A key. There's a key. There was a key here the whole time.
You
I'll snag it.
rejoin them, Doctor. And everybody okay?
Yep.
That was a close call.
Yep. We can't keep saying that. It's bad luck.
Is there any other kind of luck in a place like this?
Hopefully better luck.
Looks like you got a key, Charlie. It'll be easier to open this door than the other ones.
I'll toss the key to her.
The door opens to the main floor, the main area of the lighthouse. You notice that there are a number of torches in the wall. They are not lit, but there is a small fire in the fireplace that you can use to light the torches, and the light is enough right now that the shadows have kind of receded against the wall. You see a room that shows evidence of a major fight. You can see the furniture that had been used to barricade the door. You can see bullet holes in furniture. You can see blood on the floor. You can see areas where the bullets have knocked stone off the sides of the walls or broken some of the furniture in this place. Everything smells old and musty and closed in. You can see a trail of that goo that goes off to a door that is under the stairs that goes up to where the light is. Upstairs you don't hear any sound from where the light is. Everything up there is very quiet, but there's a stairwell that goes around the building for a while and then gets to a platform, and then there's a ladder that goes up through the next floor, and that's what will get you into the frontal room. But the place looks like it has been the centerpiece of a gunfight.
A recent gunfight?
No.
Okay.
One thing that is of interest is there is a broken piano in one corner that has been smashed to bits. Hey Alex, thanks for the raid. Appreciate you coming in, playing some 10 Candles.
We found sheet music in that bunker, so I guess it goes to this.
You did?
Yeah. In a poem.
I'm reticent to ask what the poem said.
It seemed to be, she takes it out and hands it over.
As from the
talk
deep
about Scylla.
she rose, Scylla shadowed grace. Salt and sorrow shimmered on her face, eyes like storm where moonlit wrecks still gleam. Beauty born of nightmare and of dream, dark tides whisper prayers, her name adorn, the sea's fairest gift to a one forlorn. Signed L.H.
Someone's fan of Greek mythology.
Oh, that reminds me, Doctor. We found these downstairs also, and Grace puts her hand in her pocket and comes up, and you can see some slime and what looks like scales on her fingers.
Dr. Warder seems much happier about this secondary discovery than this poem. She hands the poem back to you, Carla, and as she's like carefully taking a sample of these scales and goop off of Grace's hand, she looks over and she asks, I'm not particularly a conspiracy theorist, but LH?
Yeah. I don't want to assume anything because it is older writing. However, there is one person we know with the initials LH, and he is a rich person, and I typically believe that they're all insane. So.
And he is missing.
He is missing.
Do you look at the scales or you just put them away?
Yeah, I do look at them as I put them away.
Excellent. Give me a roll.
With my 6 dice now? That is 3 6s and no 1s.
You don't know what they are, but you've never seen anything like them. They're kind of like fish, but not really, and they're definitely not lizard scales. They're very big. If it's a fish, it's huge.
What? Like how big? How big we talking?
Very big, like massive. Maybe 100, 120 pounds.
And you didn't find any trace of the creature that deposited these scales?
No, we didn't see anything, really.
It wasn't a bedroll.
Okay. I'll file that away for later. We should just keep our eyes out for anything that maybe is crawling around on the ground or...
I'm going to lock the door. Just in case.
Yeah, I think we should do that.
That's fine with me.
You find that you have either the stairs that go up into the front room, or you have that other door that seems to lead to some sort of basement under the stairs.
If I were kerosene, where would I be? Charlie?
Well, apparently it's really not a great idea to store kerosene in the basement or underground, or so I'm told. So maybe
There was that book from that man named Miko from a couple years ago that says something like that. Yeah.
I think we all read
But
that, right?
you're also pretty sure that OSHA wasn't coming over here and checking on that shit. So.
The voice of Bleak means down. Don't judge.
OSHA or the ocean, because I'm sure there were plenty of voices from the ocean.
The ocean said it's fine.
I think we should probably look around the ground floor first, see if we find anything. Otherwise, go down then up. Because I don't know if they're going to be storing it upstairs either.
It's easier for me to go down right now.
Yeah, but you're going to need to climb back up. Are you sure you want to come down? One of us can wait here with you.
It might be best if you stay up here with someone. 2 of us can go down.
Yeah,
Sure.
Carla, you went down last time. I think it's my turn.
Okay, that's fine.
It's okay, kids. This is in D&D. It's fine to split the party.
Don't... Okay, sure.
I don't think I'm familiar with that terminology.
You're a nerd, Doctor. How can you not be... Okay, never mind.
Yes,
Carla.
I'm a nerd, not a geek.
Do you know how to use a gun?
Yeah, I had a uncle who lived in a cabin.
Well, that inspires a lot of confidence. She opens the gun, shows you the bullets in it, racks it, shows you where the safety is. If anything other than us comes after you, just pull the trigger until it goes click.
Cool. Yep.
Don't point it at anyone.
She's pointing down right now.
She reaches into her bag and pulls out her hatchet. Ready, Doctor?
Ready as I'll ever be.
She opens the door and you see a set of wooden stairs that goes down. It leads the way. They're light out. As you start walking down the stairs, you see something strange. You see that your shadows seem to be exploding almost. Like when you see them, it's kind of like, imagine if you were to drop oil in water or something and go, and then it keeps doing that. Like your shadows keep kind of exploding around you.
Okay. Yeah, that's... Okay.
Let's just keep going. You keep going down, and as you are approaching downstairs, you start hearing kind of like a low rumbly thrumming sound that is coming from down here. And you realize after a moment that every time the sound pulses, your shadows do that weird thing.
Well, it's nice to know that even in the strangest of times, cause and effect hold true.
What do you mean?
Do you hear it?
Mm-hmm. I feel it more than I hear it.
It's doing something to our shadows. Probably doing something to us too, but I don't have any of my tools to properly examine any of this. So, let's just hope that you're not going to need that hatchet of yours.
Yeah, that's... And you keep going down. When you reach downstairs, you realize you're in a storage room. You see old crates destroyed by time, rotting away. You see old rotten food, boxes of decayed gear. You see another door that seems to be heading away from the lighthouse itself. Like there's a tunnel or something maybe that leads out of here. You also see something strange. There appears to have been what might be best described as a kind of altar built. There's some driftwood that has been assembled together. There are various things like seashells and the skull of a seagull and spines of fish and things like that that have been arranged around it. There's a large bowl that looks like it's been used to burn things inside of it. And as you take a look at it, you see that there's kind of a clear indication that there were two sets of knees that would kneel down next to this altar. And as you look around, you notice a pile of papers scattered around. All of them letters to and from the lighthouse keeper. Sheet music, weird ramblings, log books, things of that nature. And folded several times among them, you see this piece of black paper. And when you unfold it, you see that same symbol that you saw in the shed out back, and another one that resembles the symbol of the expedition. And the note is written: "The eye of the depths turned relentless to the light beckoning it. The devouring darkness come on the 6th hour of the 6th day of the 6th month. The depths reclaim what was lost.
I really don't like that at all.
What is all this
Grace,
crazy shit?
How much do you know about Mr. Hartwell?
I don't know much. I didn't know him until he hired me for this thing.
Yeah, I think that's the common experience for everyone here. I have a really bad feeling.
I've had a bad feeling since we got here. And by here, I mean the island.
Oh, thanks for sharing with the class.
Not paid to spook people.
Fair enough, although you're not getting paid anymore, are you? What good is money in a world without the sun?
It's what brought Hardwell here. A guy like him, ultimately, it's always about money.
Was it, though?
I don't know. But there are fuses here, which I'm assuming might be useful. They look like they're for the light upstairs.
Yeah.
Oh.
Let's grab that.
And kerosene. Who would store kerosene on the ground like this? Jesus. She shakes the canister and she's like, there's not a lot.
Hopefully it'll be enough to get things up and running long enough for the ship to find us. I'm gonna scoop up like so many of these letters. I'm grabbing everything I can carry like in my little satchel thing.
As that's going on, meanwhile, upstairs, what are the two of you doing? The fire is running low, by the way. There's still those torches that could be lit, but the fire itself is running low. There's tons of furniture around if you wanted to.
Yeah, I guess I'll... I don't know if I'm going to be too helpful anymore. I think I've ripped up my earnest virtue. I'm going to just be, I think, sitting on the piano bench and just kind of waiting.
You can hold on to my flashlight. I'm going to focus on with the gun, making sure it's pointed down. I can light those torches or figure it out, I guess.
As that's going on, Charlie, you start hearing from just outside the door. Help me. Help me. Charlie. Dr. Warner, Grace, anyone? Carla. Help.
Carla, do you hear that?
Do I hear that?
Now that he mentions it, you do.
Does it sound like an annoying rich man?
Yes, it does. Oh, God. Help me. Please.
Charlie, this is going to sound very rude, and I hope that doesn't shape how you look at my books in the future. Leave him. He's the one who voluntold you, and then he ran off with the fucking gun, and probably was the maniac that was shooting it all willy-nilly, and now we don't have a rifle. The rich don't deserve to live.
We can't just leave him.
Yeah. Help me.
Think of it this way. Those monsters were out there. He's probably about to die soon. If we open that fucking door, those monsters are probably going to get in here and get us got to, because we were trying to be kind to the rich man who does not give two flying shits.
A thought occurs to you, Charlie, as you're thinking about all this. Leland had the radio, the one through which you had the sound, the call of the chip.
God damn it.
He has the radio. The only way to contact the ship after we fix the lighthouse. I mean, you have a gun.
I have a gun. I'm gonna hate this so much. Okay. Is it possible maybe he'll drop it when the monsters get him, though? We can just snatch the radio later.
You know that the people who've been snagged by the creatures just completely disappear.
Shit. Okay.
You've never found a body.
If this motherfucker gets us got, I'm haunting your family.
My family?
Yes. They raised you, and you'll be dead, so I can't haunt you. Open the fucking door.
You open the door. You see Leland there. He's lying on the ground. There's no blood, but he seems very pale, and he's having difficulty breathing. As you open the door and come near him with your light, you see shadows leaving him and kind of scurrying away.
I mean, I can't drag him in here by myself.
Can you crawl?
He kind of looks up a little bit, and you can see blood, and you can see that he's been shot.
That doesn't answer my question. Can you crawl?
He starts trying to... he's having a hell of a difficult time. It's taken a long time.
Here, I'll shine your flashlight on you guys. Bring them in, close the door. Then you could just do whatever you want. I'll look away.
She's gonna shift the gun into her dominant hand, and she's just gonna use her non-dominant hand to like grab onto the shirt and pull as hard as she can.
Give me a roll.
I'll try to close the door behind them.
Let's start by getting a roll. You have 6 dice.
Okay, yeah, let's do this. All right. Okay, cool. 3 6s and no 1s.
Always 3 6s.
Always
Devil
3
is on
6s,
your
and I'm going to
side.
die horrifically.
If we were playing Vason, this would be really helpful.
Yeah, it'd be very helpful.
You manage to pull him inside, and you close the door right behind him. And you pull him in, and he's moaning and groaning, and you can see the trail of blood as you've pulled him in. What do you do?
Who the fuck shot you?
I don't know. I couldn't see them. It was dark.
Was it another person?
I don't know. I couldn't see. You went into the building after you crashed, and everyone rushed in, and I was just swallowed by darkness, and I was just lost. I'm wandering around, and then I heard gunshots, and I thought it was you guys under attack or something, and I rushed towards the sound, and then I was hit by bullets.
So that wasn't you who shot that?
No.
Who took the gun?
I don't have the gun.
Okay. I think we still have some stuff in the med kit.
You go and grab the med kit and bring it over. He's pretty banged up. I'm gonna need a roll from you in order to see if you can actually help him out.
No.
No?
No ones, no sixes.
No ones, no sixes. Do you wish to spend a hope die or spend one of your...
Fuck up.
I would like to use a moat, yeah.
Okay.
And that's a 6 on the moat die.
Excellent. You manage to do just enough to sort of help him, but as you're fixing him up, he starts to cough. And you see black spittle start to form on his lips. And as he coughs more and more, you can see black ooze start dripping out of his nose, out of his mouth, out of his ears.
Nope, we're shooting up.
Meanwhile, back downstairs.
What's up?
Downstairs, you pick up all the little things that you've amassed and you turn around, and as you do, you see that the stairs has become a writhing mass of little dark shadows that move all over each other, almost kind of like a swarm of creatures, of rats or insects or something like that, just sort of all moving on top of each other. You can see it's all the little motes from your shadow. And again, as the thrumming and the humming sound kind of reverberates, you can see them momentarily kind of spread out, kind of relinquishing the stairs, but then they reform immediately.
Shit.
I suppose we could wait here till morning comes, and then you hear a gunshot come from upstairs.
I don't think that's an option. And what morning will there ever be again?
We could go out
If
by
we
that door. I don't know where it leads, but it's better than trying to ladder those stairs.
Yeah, I'm with you.
You
I
hear
don't disagree.
screaming
There
upstairs.
There has to be some sort of other entrance, exit. Try the door.
She turns around and starts trying the door. Give me a roll, Todd, to see if you'll manage to open it.
Still 6 die?
Yep. I forgot I was supposed to be rolling against you this entire time, so I'm going to start doing that.
Well, that's just
Don't
for
worry
narrative
about that.
control, Bleak. That's 2 6s.
No problem. What happens?
Yeah, so we hear the scream from upstairs, and that propels us forward towards this other door. And we try, the instinct is to push ahead, and it doesn't open immediately when we push, but then I grab the handle and pull, and luckily it does open. And it opens up into what is, I imagine, the darkness of a tunnel.
And you smell the ocean at the other end of it.
Okay, if that's the cave, then there has to be a way for us to get up from the cave. So,
All right, well, we're not going to find it by staying here. We got to run.
yeah.
Meanwhile,
Right behind
upstairs.
you.
You go to shoot this man. Go ahead and give me a roll.
Please shoot this man. One, two, 2 6s and 2 1s.
2 6s. 2 1.
Yeah.
You lose 2 more dice. And you succeed. You shoot him. And as you shoot him, the bullet explodes in his chest. His chest erupts and more of that black liquid starts to spurt around. And now it's shooting everywhere. And it's spraying all around. And you can see, as it sprays, you can see it move. And it seems to be targeting your light. You can see it move towards the flames of the fire. And it starts to smother it. It starts to go up the wall towards the torches. And it starts to smother them. Literally, the only thing it's not going for are those little jars you have with the creatures in them. But those are starting to like flicker back and forth as their light is waning. You shoot him, he starts making strange noises and the body starts to shake like this as more and more of this goo starts to sprout out of him. What do you do?
Let's go upstairs. Let's just fucking go.
I want to try to toss him back outside.
I don't think you should touch him.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, fine. Get the radio, though. Okay. Grabbing the radio.
You bend down and start searching his body for the radio. Give me a roll. You have 4 dice.
There is 2 1s. I want to burn my virtue because I have not burned any of my virtues yet.
What is your virtue?
Yeah. My virtue is brave.
Okay.
And it takes a brave bitch in this moment to deal with the horrors such as this. So fuck that. Okay, 1 6. And then no ones.
Okay, excellent. You start rummaging through his clothes. You find the radio. Some of this goo starts to go up your arm, and you fling it away as you reach out. And you rip the radio out from him. And as you do, and you pull back, he reaches up and grabs your hand and pulls you, and he starts pulling you towards him. What do you do, Andrew? What are you doing?
Shoot the hand! It's like, bitch, leave me alone.
Andrew?
I'm gonna smack his arm with my crutch, my homemade crutch, and just kind of put all my weight against it.
All right.
Oh, these white people stressing me out.
One of you make a roll first, then the other one will roll.
I'll do mine first. 1 6, no 1 6, no ones.
I've got 3 6s on that roll. So let's see what you do, Charlie, with your roll.
Andrew.
1 6, 2 1s.
Do you have anything to burn?
Andrew, you swing your stick and hit the arm, and Ava, just as you put the gun against the arm and fire, but he hits the arm at the same time and it jostles your gun, and you feel the burning pain of the bullet as it goes into your leg and shatters the bone there, and you scream in pain as you fall to the ground. And you see immediately as he's kind of reeling back, this black goo starts to move along the floor where the shadows are towards you. Meanwhile, downstairs in the tunnel,
Fuck you.
the two of you are running. You lost. Actually, that's right. You rolled. No, you both had 6s, right?
Yeah, but Charlie rolled 2 1s, so now I have 2 dice to work with.
Yeah. So you are running down this corridor, and you can smell that sort of, you can't see anything, it's just dark, and you have those 2 little jars left with these creatures in it, and the light is getting smaller and smaller as you're running down this tunnel, and the shadows are moving around you, and you can hear them move now behind you, this kind of wet clicketiness as these shadows are moving around you. Go ahead and make me a roll, and let's see if you get to the end of the door.
Guys, it's been a pleasure playing with you this evening. So that's 1 4 and 1 1, and I feel like if I don't do something, I'm going to die. So I think we have a moat left. I think.
How many moats are left?
I'm seeing two on Andrew's hand.
Think 2.
Pull 10, 4. 10 or 4. Those are both more than 0, which means I'm gonna use 1.
Go for it. Thanks, Var.
It was a 1, and I'm gonna burn. I can't because this isn't really my moment. I don't think I find hope here. So I'm just gonna fail.
And as we darken another candle, you fail, but tell us the truth.
Yeah, truth. A truth. The water's rising.
Excellent. And Ava, tell us the truth.
After the gunshot, the creature and Leland went still.
And Andrew.
Through the static in the radio, we hear our names being whispered.
You have 5 dice. You, Ava, come to the sound of someone whispering your name. Carla. Carla. Pick up. Pick up, Carla.
No.
You come to this burning pain and sensation in your leg. The room is very dark. You can see Charlie is huddled right next to you. You have one of those little lights left. There's just a slight pool of light around you. Your leg is bleeding freely. You hear once in a while the radio crackle. Charlie, pick up.
I'm putting pressure on Carla's leg to try to staunch the bleeding however I can.
Give me a roll to see if you can do something with that. You have 5 dice.
I'm gonna die.
1611.
1611. I have a 6 also, so I'll give it to you. You succeed, but I'll take one of your dice. You manage to, kind of remembering what Grace had done for you, you managed to do a quick garrow for the wound, and you staunch the blood flow. The body of Leland is not moving anymore. The two of you are in this slight pool of darkness. You can clearly see shadows all around the room moving, just kind of waiting for you. Both of you have damaged legs. What do you do?
We have to get upstairs. Maybe there's more light. Maybe.
I think the realization of both of us having fucked legs, having to climb stairs and then maybe a ladder, all that kind of just like rushes over Charlie. Kind of has a little panic attack, I think. I think we're fucked, Carla. I think I don't know how we get out of this alive. I think he just starts crying. We're fucked. We're fucked. We're fucked.
Okay. I'm very sorry for this. And she will just like, do I have permission to slap your character? Okay.
Yes.
She'll just slap him across the face. I need you to calm the fuck down right now. Look at me right now. You've read my books. It always gets worse before it gets better, and I need you to lock the fuck in. We just murdered a millionaire. We can't even access his money right now. We have to make something useful out of this. We need to keep going. Not just for us and for me because I'm too pretty, but for everyone else. Okay?
No courage without bravery.
God, that's such a corny line. Why did I put it? But as long as it helps you.
What do you do?
Yeah, I try to help Carla up.
The two of you stand up. Pain shoots through both of your legs, but you manage to stand up. You're clutching. Which one of you is holding the light?
I think I will now. I'll take it back.
Where's the gun?
In her other hand.
Is it? Let's make a roll and find out.
God, fuck you, Blake.
I will also scoop up the radio.
That's right, you have 4 dice, right? 5 dice.
Yeah.
5 dice.
Yeah. Okay. 2 6s. I rolled a 1. I want to burn my vice selfish because truly, my vice, because truly she just wants to get out of her own damn self. It doesn't matter if anyone else does.
Go ahead and roll a 1.
Jeez. That is a 6.
All right, I'll let you have both the gun and the radio still.
Thank you.
You can't hold all 3, so which one are you giving to Charlie?
He's holding the radio.
Yeah. You start making your way. What do you do? Where you go?
Slowly making our way upstairs, I think, if we can.
You head up towards the stairs. Your light seems to constantly be shrinking. You see all these shadows wrapping around you and getting closer and closer. It's almost like you're in a snow globe. And outside that snow globe is just this darkness that wants you dead. And you manage to make your way up that first kind of flight of stairs. And now you arrive at the ladder that goes up. That's going to be a lot more difficult to navigate.
Yeah. Is there anything on this level?
There's not much. Some junk here and there. What are you looking for?
If there is any possibility of like 2 sticks to rub together to make like a small fire and see if maybe we can hold out for...
That's not a bad idea. Make a roll.
Grayson.
5 dice still.
The doctor. One 6, and that's it.
I have 2 6s. You look around for something to make fire, and as you do, you are rooting around trying to grab something, and something falls out of your hand. What is it that falls out of your hand?
Oh, the gun.
You hear the gun hit the side of the platform that you're on and then pirouette up and fall into the darkness below. And it doesn't make a sound when it clashes to the ground as it's swallowed up by the darkness, but the darkness sort of moves and you can see it lying there right at the foot of the stairs. What do you do?
Someone shot Leland. I think we need that gun. Here, I'm gonna give Carla my lighter to see if she can start a fire. And I'll go grab the gun.
The door is locked behind us. The door is locked behind us. I don't know if whoever shot him will get in. I'm just really hoping that the doctor and Grace can get back and maybe they can pick up the gun.
We don't know what we're climbing into. It's just right. I could see it.
Okay, hold on. She's gonna drag the junk to be near the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna have the light pointed towards Charlie as he's walking down, as she's like rummaging with the lighter.
You are trying to light a fire?
Yes.
Give me a roll. Let's see if it takes.
Please. Okay, just 1 6. No ones.
I have 2 6s.
God, fuck.
You're struggling with it. You're having trouble with the Zippo lighter. It's just not. You realize that, it's been maybe because it's been raining a lot, or fucking maybe it's empty. You don't know. But you're flicking it, and it just won't start.
Try to be as quick as you possibly can, please. Oh my god.
Yeah. It's been a crazy fucking night. And I feel like I've learned a lot about myself. And you kind of slapping the shit out of me made me realize I could do the hard things. And could this be my moment?
It absolutely is your moment.
Let's go. So my moment was when someone sees me for who I really am.
Yeah, and Carla definitely sees that right now.
All right. So I get to roll 6, right?
Yep. And one of them succeeds on. Do you make sure it's a different color for your whole die, because it succeeds on a 5 or a 6.
Okay. That's a 6 and a 1.
I'll take one of those dice, and you make your way downstairs. And as you bend down to pick up the gun, you hear coming from the trap where the doctor and Grace went. You hear the doctor scream for help.
Fuck.
Shit.
You have the light with you that's pointing at you, so there's a bit of a surrounding of light, but up the stairs and then towards this door that leads downstairs, it's just pure darkness. But you hear Dr. Warner moaning in pain and screaming for help.
Carla, are you okay by yourself for 5 minutes?
God, no, but God. Yeah, go.
You head for the
Fuck.
stairs? Or what do you do?
I think in this moment, Charlie has to try. And so he'll limp down.
And as you do, in the tunnel, Dr. Warner.
Hi.
The two of you are running along this tunnel. It's a lot longer than you expected. That smell of brine continues, and then suddenly Grace goes, stop.
Stop.
Someone ahead in the tunnel. Not a shadow thing. There's a living being I can. You're breathing.
What? We can't go back.
I'm gonna have to go forward. As soon as it reveals itself, I'll jump in.
We don't know who it is. It could be Leland.
Oh, hopefully it is. Hopefully he doesn't have a gun and he's not gone completely fucking crazy. But if it is someone with a gun, we need to be able to jump him.
Okay.
Move carefully. Try not to make too much noise. Walk until you can try to see who it is just around the bend. I'll be right behind you.
Okay. Okay. I can do that. Okay. And I steel myself and walk ahead.
And roll me some dice. You're at 5.
Am I?
Did you lose one?
I think we lost one. I think
so too.
I'm at 4.
Yeah.
Not that I would be opposed to rolling 5 dice. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Man, I'm really sorry, guys. That is no 6s and 1-1, and this just isn't my moment.
Do you wish to go for a moat?
Yeah. I'll go for a moat. It's
Hey.
literally the only option I have.
You have 2
I think
left.
we're at 3. 2
You have
left.
2 left, yeah.
2 left. 2 left. It's a 5.
Excellent. You come around the corner and you hear singing. A woman's voice, very low, singing to herself. Kind of like an old sea shanty or something, but a very kind of dark and low one.
Okay. I'm gonna get closer until I can see her in my light.
As you approach, you notice that she's crouching in a corner of a little opening. It's kind of like a little mini cave inside this tunnel. What you see when your light comes around the corner is a woman, humanoid, but her skin is green and iridescent with scales.
Mm-hmm.
Her hair is mated with seaweed. Her skin is blue, the same color as the little motes of light that you've been collecting. She has big yellow eyes. And when you approach, she looks up and sees you. She stares at you.
Hello.
Hello.
Do you know a way out?
She straightens up. You see that once she straightens up, she's about close to 7 feet tall. Very slim. She approaches you slowly. Her eyes are staring at that jar on your chest with the bioluminescent creature in it. She approaches and she reaches out very slowly. Puts a hand on it. When she does, it starts to shine even brighter. And it starts to move faster in here. She sings to it and it starts to revivify and shine brighter and brighter. There you go. Resume calling. Resume your call, little one. He is almost here.
Thank you.
Not you. This one. And as she wraps her hand around the light, Grace comes out of nowhere and jumps her and tackles her, and they roll together on the ground. Immediately, you see that she's much stronger and, more agile than you thought, as she's quickly kind of slipping out of Grace's hold. Grace has her knife and she's trying to plug her, and this thing just keeps slipping out of it, and before you know it, she's wrapped her legs and her arms around Grace, and she's pulling at her neck, and you can start hearing bone pop, and she's like, shh, as she's pulling her apart. What do you do?
Wait, stop. You don't need to do that. Stop.
You
We're
hear
sorry. We're
bones
very
pop
sorry.
as Grace like, get off me, and the knife is lying there.
I'm gonna grab the knife. I'm gonna try to cut one of the arms or the legs so that Grace can free herself.
Go ahead and make a roll. How many dice you have left?
4. Oh no, 4. No.
Mhm.
3. I have 3 dice. So that's 2 5s and a 4.
As you move forward, you feel the knife sink in, and you see blood spurt, and you hear both Grace and the creature cry.
Oh, I think I closed my eyes.
You have filled the roll, so now we will extinguish another candle. Tell us the truth, Todd.
It is true that there is more than one exit to this tunnel.
Ava?
Almost like they're pulling a sick prank. The shadows part for Charlie.
And Andrew?
Whenever we close our eyes, we can see the shadows looking back.
Bitch, why?
Charlie, almost as if by some miracle, as you start moving towards the stairs, the shadows start to part in front of you, clearing the way for you to reach the stairs.
I hobble along.
You get to the top of the stairs. You see the stairs are crawling with black shadows, but again, they start to move apart as you move closer.
I shout back to Carla, "You good?" See if she can hear me.
Carla?
Charlie? Charlie? Please, oh God. She wants to try to look to see if she sees Charlie or anything.
You see a little bit of his light emanating out of the door that leads downstairs, and the shadows have all crowded around it, like they're just waiting for him to move.
Okay.
There's the ladder is still behind you that reaches upstairs, and the stairs in front of you are completely covered in shadow.
Okay, she's gonna... She's taking the light and... How's she gonna tie this around her? She has a scarf and she wraps it around and then secures it to her chest, and she's gonna try to start getting up the ladder.
Give me a roll.
We have 4.
You had 4 dice.
Yeah. 1 6 and no ones.
I have 2 6s. About halfway up the ladder, you slip and you realize that your lamp, if you grab onto the ladder to steady yourself, you're going to be smashing your lamp into the ladder. But if you don't do that, you might preserve the lantern, but you're going to fall. Hey, Fusca, thanks for the raid.
Hi, Foos. I think she's gonna let go.
You let go and fall back into darkness. Andrew, stairs in front of you are clear.
I'm gonna keep going and just yell for Doc.
You keep moving down. As you move down, you see the strange altar, the symbol on the wall, all of that. And as you approach the altar, your lamp starts to flicker. You look back, you see that the stairs are still clear to go back upstairs. You don't know how long you have left with your lamp. But you clearly see a tunnel leading out, and you hear sounds coming from down that tunnel, people talking. What do you do?
I keep going.
You keep going down the tunnel. Hot.
Mm-hmm.
You are leaning into the knife. You realize it's gone through the arm of the creature, but it's also nicked the throat of Grace, right where the artery is, and blood is spurting out. She's still fighting, still trying to get this thing off of her, as you're there frozen with the knife inside this creature's arm, and it's kind of trying to wrestle it away from you. What do you do?
I want to accomplish the goal I set out to do, which was for Grace to be free of the creature. And so I take the knife, and I think I just start if it's fighting against me, I'm dragging the knife the opposite direction to do more damage. So that hopefully it hurts enough that it just lets go. I want us to be too troublesome of prey.
Make a roll. You have 4 dice.
Yeah, I do. That's 2 6s and no 1s.
That's pretty good. You start moving that knife forward. You hear the creature scream in pain as you move the knife, and eventually she kind of bats you away, and you hang on to the knife, and the knife pulls out of her arm. And she grabs Grace, and she starts scuttling back into the dark, dragging Grace with her. You hear footsteps coming up behind you at the same time. What do you do?
I'm caught between a rock and a hard place. I think I instinctively whirl around, knife sort of
Charlie, as you come around the corner, you're blinded as light flashes in front of your eyes. You hear Grace screaming in pain. You can see the outline of someone in front of you, but your eyes have just been hit by light, and you're kind of blinking them away. What do you do?
I raise my gun and I point it at the light. I'd be like, drop it! Who's there?
What do you do?
Charlie?
Doc!
Oh my god, you have the gun. Oh my god. Grace!
You hear screaming and a crunching noise coming from the darkness behind you, Dr. Warner.
What did you do to Grace? I assume
No,
I see a bloody
You
knife.
see blood on the ground.
Yeah.
You see her with holding a knife full of blood.
I didn't do anything. It was an accident. There's a thing. It took her. We have to go save her. We have to get her. You have the gun.
What do you do?
Was this you all along?
What?
Did you bring us all here for your ego like you were telling me before?
Charlie, this is not the time for you to have a conspiracy theory about my motivations. I've been very honest with you. Swear to God, I have no idea.
Honest with me, you are one of the most pathological liars I've ever fucking met.
That's different.
As she says that, you see Grace come stumbling out the dark. She's holding her neck. You can see arterial blood spraying. She's reaching for the doctor.
What did you do?
She falls to her knees.
It wasn't me. I'm gonna drop the knife and I'm gonna go to Grace. And I'm gonna start to try to staunch the blood. Like I'm ripping off parts of my clothes to try and staunch the blood.
Give me a roll.
Yeah, I'll give you a roll. I'm so good at rolling. I am so good at rolling because that's 2 6s and no 1s again.
You get to her. You manage to staunch the blood, but she's really pale. You can tell that she's lost a lot of blood as you're kind of like you've reached into the wound and you've pinched her artery and you're kind of holding it with the tip of your fingers. What do you do?
I'm sorry. You're gonna be okay, okay? Listen, you're gonna be fine.
Still here.
It's still here, okay. Charlie, whatever you think of me, there's something else here, something worse. Can you just not point the gun at me and point the gun at something more aquatic?
I'll look around.
As you turn around, your light lights up this creature that's standing right there next to you with this tall, gangly, fishy body and those bright yellow eyes, and she standing right, like a foot away from you, right behind you. She's covered in blood. What do you do?
I guess it's try to shoot it.
Roll.
It's a wash. No 1s or 6s.
I have 2 6s.
A wash.
I have 2 6s. You fire. The bullet misses her, hits the wall, and ricochets, and you hear a scream behind you. Ava. You're lying on your back.
Okay.
At the bottom of the stairs. Your little jar light is on your chest. As you look up, you see the light is very, very pale, very faltering. Your feet are out in the shadow.
Tuck my feet in.
As you do, you feel something just graze the tip of your toes and retreat into darkness.
Okay. Okay. She looks over as she's still like kind of laying down flat on her back. What's the situation with the stairs right now?
The stairs are in complete darkness. If we had a camera shot from really up high, there would be this little ring of light and you in it and just this ocean of darkness.
Okay. What happened after this?
Bang! You hear a gunshot echoing from
Oh,
downstairs.
Jesus, dicks! Oh, God! Okay, that makes sense. Okay. There's Rashana. Okay. She couldn't get up. Okay. She's panicking and she's trying to find a means to like calm her breathing. She's gonna take out the poem and she's just gonna like recite it out loud. It's like, hey, little lights, please don't leave. I'll read a poem to you, please.
And as you read the poem, you see the little creature inside your light start to move a little faster, and it grows.
Okay. Please just hold for a little more. Please.
And then there's a deep rumbling, almost kind of like an earthquake, as the ground around you starts to shake, and there's a very deep reverberating noise.
No.
That
Whoever's
echoes.
doing that, no. Okay. All right. In the book. Okay, in the book. Think about the book. Can she look at the ladder and see if it's broken in any places?
It is not
Can she
broken.
grab-
It's a metal ladder, so it's still pretty good shape.
She's gonna slowly make her way back up to her feet and try to use the ladder again.
Okay. Give me a roll. 4 dice.
Okay. Okay, finally, 2 6s. No ones.
No ones. I have 3 6s. As you start to climb, you feel a hand on your shoulder, dragging you back down, and you turn around and you see Leland there. His face has gone all puffy like a corpse that has been in the water for too long. Black ichor is pouring from his mouth, and he envelops you in his arms, and he's like dripping this black ichor all over you, and he's trying to drag you down onto the ground. What do you want to do?
Okay. She wants to on her good leg, she's gonna force herself to put a lot of pressure on her right, which is the wounded one, grit her teeth, and just donkey kick as hard as she can back to try to push him off.
Give me a roll.
Am I able to use a moment? What's the rules for the moments? I'm scared. I'm so scared. Two 6s. 1. Can I burn a moat?
Sure.
Okay. Please.
And the mote's not gonna do anything because you have 2 6s and you have how many ones?
Just 1.
Yeah, it's not gonna do anything because you've already succeeded.
Oh, okay.
So you lose 1 die. You can't help that.
Yeah.
But you succeed. You kick back and you feel his leg kind of shatter, and he like kind of falls down at the bottom. His hands kind of dragging down around you. You have some of that black ichor over you, and you can feel it moving.
No.
What do you do?
She's just gonna grit through the pain and just keep climbing up. She can focus on the weird sludge later.
Give me a roll. 3 dice.
Fuck. I think she's having a panic of like, oh god, I feel like Charlie's getting to her. She's just thinking of the book now. Okay. 1 6. No ones.
You start making up. You get to the top of the. Tell me what happens as you climb up.
She's gritting through and she's climbing. she's starting to think back to the fucking book that brought her here in the first place, and it's finally clicking that everything's been really familiar. There's been deja vu all over this place, and it's because she wrote this happening. And so she knows that she has to just keep climbing because she knows that she's going to get to the top, and she'll just focus later on the sledge because she just needs to think of one paragraph at a time.
Creative Garden, thank you so much for the raid. We are playing a very dark game called 10 Candles, just so that you are aware. You get upstairs, you push the trapdoor open to where the Fresnel light is, and downstairs. Go ahead, Andrew, and give me a roll. Let's see where that bullet goes. 3 dice, I believe you have?
I think it's 2
2
dice.
But I keep my
You keep your hope die, yeah.
hope die. Okay. 2 5s and a 4.
Was the 5 one of the hope die?
Yes.
Okay. The bullet ricochets and bounces back and hits the creature, who stumbles forward, blood pouring out of her, and she kind of falls to one knee. And as she does, you feel suddenly this trembling in the earth and this deep rumbling sound that echoes from the depths. It seems to be coming from the deepest parts of the ocean itself. The creature starts trying to kind of like crawl away.
Yeah, I point my gun at the creature again and fire again.
Give me a roll. Hey, Reflect Games, thank you so much for the raid. We're playing 10 Candles. Very dark game, as you can see.
1 6 and 1 1.
1 6 and 1 1. You lose a dice. Let me see what I get. I got 2 6s. You fire, and you just miss the creature as the bullet ricochets off into the darkness from the stone. Creature crawls off into darkness. What do you do?
I run over to Doc.
You see that, hey, Maui, how's it going, mate? Glad to see you, brother. You see that Grace is very, very pale and has lost a lot of blood and is very weak and is barely moving, and the doctor's cradling her.
You're muted.
You're
Doc.
muted, Doc.
It's a lot of murmuring. It's sort of hushed, like, you're going to be fine, okay? You just have to stay awake. Okay, just keep your eyes open. You're going to be fine.
And when I look at her, does she look like she's basically going to be dead?
Pretty much. Soon, unless you get like some extreme medical help.
Doc,
Then
we gotta
again, you're
go.
not a doctor, so...
I don't think she's going to make it. Just look how pale she is. Carla is still up there. She needs our help.
We can't just leave her alone. She doesn't deserve that. After everything she's done for you, you just want to leave her here alone?
Do you want to give her mercy?
I think I'm gonna like look down into Grace's eyes. What does Grace want in this moment?
She looks up at you and reaches up to your face and with her bloody fingers just touches your cheek. Says,
Mm-hmm.
Think nice before you go.
It's so haunting when the only thing that can come into the doctor's mind is the shanty the creature was singing, which she hums quietly, still cradling Grace not really looking up at you anymore, Charlie.
In a moment, Grace's eyes close. She lays still, the haunting song the doctor is singing, reverberating in the darkness. The light in the jar starts to grow a little bit as the creature activates. Starts to move a little faster.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do?
When Grace succumbs, I think there's like a few beats of not silence because I'm still humming the song, but I sort of lay her head down, shut her eyes, and I reach along the ground for the knife and for the hatchet.
And as you go to leave her, her eyes open and she grabs your hand and looks up at you. And slowly opens your fingers and places something round, hard with bridges into your hand and closes your fingers around it. Close call. And her eyes close.
I carefully pull my hand back and I look into my
You see a hand
my
grenade.
palm. Okay. I'm gonna, like, I have an assortment of weapons now. I've got, like, the knife in my pocket, the hatchet, and this hand grenade.
The grenade has the word thermite engraved on the side.
Does that mean anything to me?
It means that it basically is a thermite grenade that burns white phosphorus.
Okay. Cool. Let's get out of here.
Yeah.
Where do you go? Run back the way you came, or run down the tunnel where you were heading?
We've got to get Carla.
She's up the stairs.
You run back towards the front room. Carla, you open the trap door and you see the room with the light, the Fresnel. You see the cracked lens. You see various controls. You see where the cables come in from the generator. The place is dark, just barely illuminated. Again, if we were a film, it would be dark, and then we'd see the trap open and light just kind of come through it a little bit, and then your head would poke out with just a little bit of light emanating around it.
Okay. She's gonna check out the generator and the switches for that.
As you move around, go ahead and give me a roll. Rolling 4 dice, I believe. Or do you have you lost one?
4, I believe. Okay. 2 6s, no 1s.
Hey, Game Master Monday, thank you so much for the raid. We appreciate it. We were playing some 10 Candles over here on the Dark and Spooky game. You go around, you realize that it might be possible to make it work. However, there's obviously no power coming through because the Jenny's not running. But you also see the fuse box is open and the fuses have all been pulled. Hey, Justin.
She wants to see if the fuse box has been damaged, and if it's not, then she wants to try to put the cables back in.
Sorry, say that again.
She's gonna check the fuse box to see if there's like any damage to it, and if there is no damage,
there's no damage, but there are no fuses.
Okay, she'll look around for some fuses.
As you stumble about, your light starts to flicker. You hear distantly a song like a woman singing. It's coming from downstairs through the trap.
She's just going to start singing that poem again. Just gonna distract herself with that fucking poem to make sure that the little lights are.
The singing
having a
is
good
getting
time.
closer and closer up the stairs.
Okay. Is there anything around that she can use to hit something with?
No, let's do a check. Give me a roll.
One six. No ones.
You do see there's like some kind of metal handle meant to help turn the Fresnel if it gets stuck.
Okay, she'll grab that.
You hear the voice get closer and closer, and you can now hear someone coming up the stairs of the ladder.
If this is Charlie, can you name the love interest in book 3?
Charlie downstairs, the two of you have come up, and you hear from upstairs that you hear Carla say that.
Shiara, but they should have got with Maeve.
You
Okay,
hear
fine.
that, but it sounds to be coming from further than the singing was a moment ago.
Please hurry, I hear singing. I'm very scared.
Shit. And we book it. We get there as fast as we possibly can.
You run up the stairs, and you're getting to the bottom of the ladder. As you're approaching with the light, you can see a shape on the ladder just underneath the door, and you can hear the singing. Who's first?
I have a sprained ankle. I don't know who's faster.
Yeah, it's gotta be me. It's gotta
The one
be
with
me.
all of the weapons on her.
What do you do?
Yeah.
What do you do?
I see the shape on the ladder.
Yeah, at the top of the ladder.
And at the top of the ladder, I have my light, right? So ostensibly I can see that it's yeah.
You
the
turn
lady.
the light up. You see
Mhm.
the creature up there, just waiting below the door.
Hey!
And as you scream from the darkness at your feet, Leyland comes up and grabs you and hauls you off the side of the stairs with him. Give me a roll.
Why would this man die?
That's 2 dice? That's 2?
That's 2.
2 dice? Why won't this man just die? That's a 6 and a 5.
I have 3 6s. He grabs you and wraps himself around you. You feel something wet start to drip on your face as you both go flying off through the banister and off into the darkness and land with a hard thud at the bottom of the stairs. Charlie, you see this. You just see her light get extinguished as she's swallowed up by this guy. And they go overboard, both of them, over the side.
I think as I fall, in this moment, I throw the grenade.
You throw the grenade?
I throw the grenade
With or
up
without
at
the pin
lady.
still in it?
Without, I'm falling back into the darkness. Pin comes out. I throw the grenade up at the lady.
Give me
If
a
I'm
roll.
gonna die, I'm gonna take someone with
Give me a roll.
I swear to God. Gonna try
You're gonna
again.
take everyone with you.
Go loud. You know what they say. Damn, that's a 4 and a 5. That's tough.
You pull the pin on the grenade as you go over, and you start to throw it, but he grabs your hand and wraps his hand around yours. And both of you fall, and the detonation rips out, blasting you apart. Andrew, you're thrown against the side of the wall. You feel burning as the phosphorus from the grenade spreads out through the room and lands on you. Your eyes are completely blind. You hear the creature scream also. Tot. You are Unfortunately, unaware of what happens next,
I
as you
am
are
snuffed out.
in glorious fashion. In glorious fashion by the explosion of the grenade. Andrew, give me a roll to see what happens to you.
I have a 1 and a 3.
As we extinguish another candle, the explosion ripping through the place. Carla, you have no clue what just happened, but something loud just happened downstairs. Andrew, tell us a truth.
The grenade blew up the ladder going up to where Carla is.
Carla, as we are being raided by the nomads, thank you so much for the raid. Tell us the truth.
Thank you, nomads. She knows how it's going to end, and it was one of the reasons why the book didn't do well. She's gonna be trapped with no way out.
Charlie, the explosion has slammed you back against the wall. You hear the stairs, the ladders shatter. You hear the creature scream. You are blinded by the phosphorus. You know you're covered in it. You're burning. What do you do?
Charlie just can't help but laugh as he's burning. Maybe it's enough light. He just dives into the darkness.
Carla, stairs. The explosion, the echo of it has rattled you. You fell and knocked your head and passed out for a moment. You open your eyes, you smell burning. You can tell that below you, the place is on fire. You're probably safe. Doesn't seem like it's going to be a fire that's going to take over the entire place. What do you do?
I think she ended up with, I don't remember who ended up with the radio, but she's gonna, at the very least, with the windows that are out, can she see on the horizon, like maybe light of any kind coming from the lighthouse?
No, not really. Well, a little bit. The flames that are eating away at the floor and at other places right now are shedding a little bit of light. Not enough.
Not enough. She's gonna keep looking for those fuses.
You move around the room, not finding anything. You realize they're not in here. Eventually, You hear a loud whooshing sound as the termite eats through the floor, and downstairs starts to rain down on the cans of kerosene. You hear this loud whoosh as flames rush up, eat at the rest of the floor, start climbing up into what has now become this giant chimney. You feel the heat and the smoke of it. You can see outside lights spreading around the lighthouse as it catches on fire. What do you do?
Very ironic that I ended up with this fucking poem. Okay. Okay. She's gonna use the pipe that she got to break one of the windows, and she doesn't think that it's gonna be a quick death for this fire in this collapsing building. I think the rocks will be a bit faster. So she's gonna, before she does that, she takes the little lantern off and puts it next to the larger light fixture that's broken. She's gonna set the little lantern down of creatures, still kind of muttering the poem. She'll take a break and just say, I hope your mistress is nice to me. And she's going to climb over the window and just use her full strength to launch herself. Try not to aim for the rocks, but hey, it's better than a collapsing building.
And as your body falls into darkness with nary a sound, behind you in the tower of the lighthouse, which is now brilliantly lit in flames and can be seen for miles and miles and miles, the radio crackles to life. Dusk Island Expedition. This is the ship Last Light. Mayday, mayday, we are sinking. Mayday, mayday, we are sinking. Before you left the camp, each of you had an opportunity to record a little message to leave behind in case you didn't return. And as from the depths and the darkness of the sea, something large and monstrous, summoned by the light of the creatures surrounding the island, rises to the surface. A creature not seen for millions and millions of years. What are your last words, Ava?
I dreamed a dream and wrote it down. I don't know how, but I gave it life. A song without rhythm, a dance not in time. My soul was used to give it breath. But now it seems the curtains are drawn. My time is done. And it was all because I wrote a melody that called to me and wanted my soul to take. So goodbye, cruel world. You were an evil mistress. I hope my blood is a good sacrifice. May my story be known as a warning, but also hoarded. Let it be a lighthouse in the dark who wander to it.
Charlie, what were your last words?
Hmm. I lied. Not just on paper, not just about the job. I lied about who I was because the truth never felt like it was enough. I thought if I worked hard, I thought if I smiled, if I said the right words, I could earn being here. I just wanted to help. I really did. I just didn't know how to do it honestly. And maybe that's what I deserve. To finally be seen for who I am when it no longer matters.
Dr. Warner.
This is not a confession. A confession implies a degree of guilt, and while most would argue that I should feel guilty for what I did, I do not. This is merely a record of what happened. Any scientist worth their salt knows that everything should be recorded. So, yes, I did kill Dr. Ward. The trouble with having the same last initial is that it's easy for work to be passed off as someone else's. So, some might say that he had it coming when I...
These things are true. The world is dark.